Okay, welcome to session 2 of Misfits. We're just going to go straight into the recap. Last time on Misfits, calamity struck. The trio were attacked shortly after collecting their package from the package office. After escaping both foe and fire, Anthony found himself separated from his compatriots and tried to evade capture by heading into the crowded streets and towards the Adventurers Guild. Lady Tan and the Honourable Harold attempted to follow one by one without being spotted by the now searching attackers, with Harold eventually catching up to Anthony, and Tan having to hide in some bushes and cleverly tell the truth to avoid suspicion from a couple of the masked bandits. Thanks to the town guard intervening, however, the group finally managed to reunite in the guild hall, and after reading a letter that came with the package that Anthony had to collect, which was from a mysterious figure known as Poltergeist, they decided to stay the night. But our hero's day wasn't over just yet. To enter room, one must be part of the guild, and so Harold and Tan eagerly signed up. Whilst Anthony's still convincing himself he's not actually an adventurer and he's just collecting a parcel for his father. But anyway, after fending off a clockwork metal monstrosity with a little secret help from Anthony, they finally become members, including Anthony as he technically helped and got made a member on a complication. And so at long last, our heroes are able to get some food and some rest, and Anthony learns some interesting facts about his father from Marie, the halfling guild hand, before they all head off to bed to finally get some proper sleep. Many questions still remain unanswered. Who is Poltergeist? What is the Tauscant? Why do the World Eaters want it? And when will Phyllis start returning Tan's calls? We may never know, but if you would like to potentially find out, then join us as we begin Misfits Episode 2, The Metal Man. And one final question, can anyone else hear my voice repeating in Aaron's mic?
No.
A little bit.
Okay.
Nope.
I mean, my microphone was
Faintly.
off.
I heard it faintly, but
Yeah, I heard it very faintly, but I was just like, I think Aaron turned his mic off, so I don't know why it's doing that.
nothing bother
that's
me or
all.
anything.
Well, that's good then.
Me,
Okay,
am I coming across consistently?
you're coming across fine. Does that recap... Do you guys remember what had happened now? Those of you who are here, obviously Aaron shouldn't remember because Aaron wasn't there, but the rest of you.
Yeah, that's what I remember.
Yeah, I broadly figured that was everything that happened.
Mm-hmm. I mean, we read a letter.
It's true, we
Yeah.
read the letter, but
Thanks.
that was sort of covered
It was.
in the recap.
I don't remember like what exactly was said to us when we were given. I think it was we were given Chris's badge, or Arnold.
I don't remember the
Harold?
exact
Anthony.
words. I hate you, Dan.
Which badge? The
Why do you hate me? What did
Badge.
I do?
Because of the start of the Arnold thing.
Yeah, that's true.
The name not Arnold?
Oh
No.
my
It's
God.
Anthony.
Oh right, sorry. Both are A's and R's. Have to confuse me.
As in his badge for being a guild member as well.
Yeah, I
Yeah.
don't really remember that bit so well.
Me neither.
What the hell?
I'll just
I have a
pretend.
feeling he was given it while you guys were eating it by Marie.
We were eating the badge.
No, you were eating food. And he had to buy Marie a drink, and I think she gave it to him then, but that could be wrong.
No, after Chris got knocked out
to me.
from the alcohol, I thought. He went to sleep.
Ah.
Oh, that was
Tanner
it, wasn't
carried
it?
him back to the room, and then it was after he fell asleep, because we were in the bar eating food, they were talking, and then
No, I start to
Barkeep
remember.
made us collect
Yes.
yeah, no, they made us collect Anthony, and Jin gave us the spiel then.
Right.
Remember the name, but I can remember the course of events. Oh god.
Halfling was Marie. And then it's Anthony. So yeah, you guys know that he's also a member, you don't really understand why.
Sorry, say again?
You know he's a member now as well. You don't understand why.
Made a mistake. Or at least when I say I mean Harold is.
Mhm.
It's classic bureaucracy.
Yeah.
Oh, God.
Oh,
We'll
and
show these bureaucrats what's what.
From?
Seems like it.
Aaron, you also
Yeah, it
have
was.
one of these badges, which gives
Hooray.
you resistant to cold damage.
Is
Okay.
it cold?
Yours wasn't, but he got his
Ours was
about.
fire.
Yours was fire. He got his a long time ago.
Since it's written on my sheet, I should presume that the sheet is up to date.
Yes, I was going to say that's one thing you can check.
Yeah, mine gives resistance to fire damage. Yeah.
It's because we got burnt during the trial.
Yeah. So yes, now we're done with our recap. We shall begin episode 2. So
The Phantom Menace.
the Metal Man.
Um,
Actually, so people would like to remute. We shall get started because I have
Okay.
more writing.
Oh,
okay.
The weather is dark and cold, much like the previous couple of nights. The rain is pouring down and thunder echoes off in the distance, the occasional flashes of lightning lighting up the giant tower in the centre of Eloth Muerte. The streets are much quieter now, though they had been ever since the fire. No one knows how it started. Many eyewitnesses claim to have seen figures dressed in dark clothes fire at the parcel shop. But then who were they firing at? Others had heard the town guard had dealt with them later, that day, by the guardhouse, but others were still concerned. Others still believed it was the work of no humans, dwarves maybe, or perhaps even tieflings. But the real culprits, or victims as we should actually be calling them, of this situation, are nothing of the kind. And for the first night in a while, they are getting a good night's sleep in one of the guild's rooms. There is a faint snoring coming from a covered bathtub, a soft purring from a ball of fur on one of the beds, which occasionally stops purring to moan the name Felis, and, on the other bed, a small flickering candle being held over a peculiar-looking book that is being intensely studied by a young man whose eyes are very, very red. However, this story does not begin with our trio, but instead outside, in the rain, where a fourth misfit is trudging his way towards the guild hall.
Yes, you see the silhouette of a humanoid figure. However, it's encased in metal as though they wear plate armor. However, what it strikes you as odd that it seems quite thin for so like they'd have to be quite thin if they were wearing full plate. And as they come in, they make their greetings to Marie. Yep. And they sit down with a beverage in one of the seats.
Yeah, Marie would know the usual and come over and bring it to you in a cup that's probably bigger than the circumference of her hands, and
Yeah, that makes sense.
drop it down on the table in front of you. It's been a few days since we last saw you, Ruva. Where have you been?
I've been had my ear on the ground looking for hearing things about Duke Gawain again, and apparently he's now joined the guild.
Joined the guild?
Yeah, he's part of a group called the World Enders, and unfortunately that's going to make my time taking him down a little bit more troublesome. We'll have to cut through guild politics for that.
I mean, you're no stranger to doing that at this point.
That's true, but I don't usually do it to take someone specific down.
Yes, this is true. Well, I don't know if you heard, probably not if you've just got back into town, but we had some interesting events happen here today as well.
Oh,
there was an attack of some kind down at the old parcel holding shop. You know, the one down on
Oh
the
yeah.
main street. It's just all rumours and speculation, but it seems like some masked thieves or something attacked someone, killed the clerk, and either set fire to the shop, because it and the next door restaurant both were covered in flames the whole afternoon.
Oh no.
Yeah.
How did anyone who was this? Did anyone get out? Like,
It seems like some people did. The restaurant was empty, thank goodness, and as I said, tragically, the clerk was killed, but that seems to have been from the attackers before the fire. But whoever came in after, or who they were after, seemed to have escaped. And that's kind of what's interesting.
yeah.
See, about half an hour later, I have a young lad come in here, 17 maybe, quite red in the face, as if he's been struggling to breathe, sits in the very far corner, keeps himself to himself. A few minutes later, get a peculiarly hooded figure coming in. Again, meets with the other guy. And then there's a ruckus outside, and I see that the apparent attackers of the place having a bit of a squabble with the town guard. Diffused perfectly fine. It was all good, obviously, you know, we're in a good position here, but then a third comes in, a lady, I think, this one, and a lady, sorry, I'm getting tired, and sits over there as well, and yeah, never seen them before, bit of a coincidence, I think.
Yeah. Well,
Anyhow,
I'll certainly have to see who's behind all of this. If it wasn't just a singular incident.
yes, well, they've all joined the guild now. They're staying upstairs tonight, and they're here tomorrow, so you could maybe catch them then. They're staying and heading off somewhere. I don't know where, though. World Enders does ring a bell. I don't know if it was
Yeah.
them who mentioned it. I've been hearing a lot of stuff all day. I try to cut it out because people's private stuff is, but you know these halfling ears are like.
Yeah. Well,
Maybe
I might
try
have
and
to
see
ask
them.
ask these people some questions and see if we can't get to the bottom of this.
I'll let them know where to find you in the morning. I'm gonna wrap up
Okay.
and head off to bed now. Feel free to grab another drink if you want it, though.
Okay. Thanks, Marie.
You're welcome, Mover. And that she jumps down from the seat that she was standing on and heads off back to behind the bar and up the staff stairs. Closes the door.
Well, I think Ruva takes another drink and sits sort of motionless in the dark corner until the morning.
Nice. Take a point of inspiration for that introduction and stuff, Aaron, because that was cool.
Yeah.
So, back up in the sleeping room that you guys are sleeping in. Who wakes up first?
Not me. I'm still passed out.
Okay, well, it's one of the other two then.
I don't know, really.
Tom, what do you think?
Coin.
You're muted if you've forgotten.
Oh. Aye.
The old curse.
The old forgetting you're muted.
Me. I'll wake up first. Me, definitely.
Yeah. I wake up first with a yawn and a stretch. And she jumps out of bed. Ready to take on this day head on. Oh boy, better be ready.
Does Tan have any particular morning rituals or anything that she does?
Not like anything ritual, which tends to be a bit more spontaneous than that.
Mm-hmm.
Sometimes it's like forgetting to do basic things and then wandering out into public just like in pajamas, which sometimes that doesn't go so well. This time she does remember to get dressed, puts on the old, what was it I had? Plate mail? Was it? No, it was
or something.
chainmail.
Chainmail.
Chainmail. Puts on the old chainmail. Got to do that first thing in the morning. You never know when you're going to be attacked.
Mm-hmm.
That is probably going to make a lot of noise from all the chains.
Yes.
So I imagine other people are going to wake up from it.
So yeah, I imagine Anthony can hear a lot of ringing, but probably doesn't really want to try and surface yet.
No, Anthony's just gonna sort of feel over and in desperate need of a drink of water. But other than that, just stay in the somewhat comfortable bed.
Okay. What about Harold? Will the ringing awaken him from his slumber in the bath, or
How thick are the walls?
not that thick? You definitely hear
I'm in
it.
a different room. Alright, then I'm up.
Okay.
And slightly perplexed.
Yeah, you would be until you open the door and then just chainmail, got it.
Armor is a confusing concept.
Yes, it would be.
Hey, don't peek.
Okay. Never mind.
Does
Harold will
Harold
just hang out in his room. And by his room, I mean the bathroom.
The bathroom.
So while in the bathroom, are there any particular rituals that Harold does?
He'll take the cloak that he put on the bath and put that on.
That makes sense.
Get dressed in the morning, that's what normal people do.
Yeah, it is.
Carry out other... I guess.
Mm.
Gotta clean your teeth, I suppose.
Yes. Especially teeth like those.
Yeah. Teeth care is very important.
Indeed.
You can get all sorts of things stuck in there.
Okay.
Sorry, Chris.
It's like the sink is just full of little bits of like bone and flesh.
Yeah,
It's like,
it wouldn't it?
No.
What's that? There's a
Sorry,
ring
I mean, it's
from
got to be done though, doesn't it?
someone
Hygiene's important.
hygiene is very important.
So yeah, you guys are both up. Apart from potentially moaning for some water, Anthony he's not moving yet.
Suppose if I hear that, I'll fetch water for Anthony.
Water.
Okay.
I'll be
Okay.
a good friend and fetch a glass of water or a mug or whatever.
Yeah.
Is there a bowl in the bathroom?
Yeah. There's probably a bowl. So.
It's true, I probably wouldn't get... Yeah, I'd bring a bowl, specifically a bowl.
Cool.
Specifically a bowl.
Specifically.
Not a cup. I figure a bowl can carry more, so it's obviously better for this.
Yes, that makes sense. So yeah, you guys are both ready. He's not moving. It's still relatively early. Yeah, it's still like the sun's been up probably a couple of hours. It's not too long into the day yet. It is like the colder months, so the sun is up less time. But you're up at a relatively early time. You can't hear many people about in the guild proper yet. That means that you are.
That's fine. We should probably be getting out of here fairly sharpish, given that we were...
Well, you are spending the entire day here.
Okay.
Because you
Never
bought
mind.
2 nights.
Or 2 nights. Yeah.
So you are here today primarily to just rest and recuperate, not to really go out much.
That's fair.
And then head back tomorrow. But you can
Take
smell.
a special notice that I have my weapons with me
Yes.
at all times today.
Uh-huh.
In the future as well, I'm not used to being like assassinated by hooded, cloaked people.
Certainly, no. So yeah, after a little bit, the kind of smell of like cooked meats and stuff starts to waft into the room, and it sounds like breakfast is being served in the guild.
Is it complimentary, given that we've got a room, or do we have to pay?
You have to pay, but it's not expensive. You guys get it subsidised as you're part of the guild, and given what you paid for stuff yesterday, it's pretty good priced.
Yeah.
And you guys have plenty of money.
We're going to be frugal.
You guys have
I
like
know when misfortune might strike.
quite a bit of gold, and this is going to be coppers, so
Used to being a carpenter though. I'm not used to having this glut of money.
this is true. But breakfast is there if you want it. Otherwise, you know, you can sit around and wait for
And I get
Anthony,
breakfast.
Tan is ready for food. Oh,
We'll bring
yes,
some
yes.
back for Anthony if we're allowed, and if we're not,
we will bring
a
some
crisis of
back for
conscience.
it. Yeah, fair. So you two
I rush down, forgetting that.
before I leave, I say, "Don't worry, Anthony. I'll get you some meat.
nice.
No human, please.
Specifically that."
have a horrific case of bed hair all over the body. We'll
Oh God,
just neglect.
fellow, it's a style choice.
Yeah, that makes sense. You're more like a lion today than a Maya.
Is Tom
Intimidation.
again?
Tabaxi.
What are they called?
Technically in
That would
this
look like-
in this world a Maya, but they're a tabaxi.
Oh, that's not going to come on when I Google image.
No, tabaxi.
Tabaxi.
Maya.
will.
Okay,
Yeah,
I get what I mean. I understand.
they're
that.
like a I can't remember. Never mind. So, Lady Tan bolts off. The Honourable Harold is
You're calling me
Sure
Lady
behind.
Tan now.
yeah. You're Lady Tan. He's the Honourable Harold. I just need to think of something
I mean,
funny.
I've never heard the Honourable Harold
Well,
before.
I just
I've
came
never
up with
heard
it
that.
today because you're a samurai.
A
So,
very normal Harold.
The normal Harold, actually. I like that.
or the normal Harold, the normal Honourable Harold, the honourable Harold. Yeah, that works because you eat stuff. There we go. Sorted.
With everyone, but okay.
Where you eat people.
I don't know. Aaron's had a couple of characters that don't eat anything.
That's funny you
Well,
should
I
say.
I see. I don't. Well, yeah. I always could eat.
moving-
Things. I always could eat things.
Moving swiftly on.
Yeah, sorry, moving swiftly on. So yeah, you do head out, leaving Anthony to wallow. Yeah, the guild is when you go back down the stairs after going along the corridor. It's still quite empty. There's a couple of tables with groups sat. There's an entire party of gnomes. Like there's 8 gnomes in one corner who are all drinking drinks of some kind and eating food. A lot of it looks green, not really very meaty. But yeah, and then you've got a few humans in the middle just discussing. A couple of people at like the bar. Some people talking to the scary elf.
It's terrifying.
And yeah, you can see Marie walking around the tables, clearing stuff. Make me perception rolls, the both of you.
And plus something maybe.
4. Sorry, I'm just completely focused on the fish.
A plus what? Sorry, I'm an idiot and I've forgotten again.
Perception.
Does it say perception on your sheet? It'll
Where does
say
it say that?
skills. In the skills bit?
Skills.
I don't know what sheet you have, but
Yeah, there we go. Give me a second. 6. No, plus 5. 15.
15. Okay. So
For some reason, I thought it was in its own box, and I was looking around and I couldn't.
there
spot it.
is the passive perception box.
Yes, that's what I was confused
Actually,
with.
yeah. No. To be fair, what is both of your passive perception? That's what I really should be asking.
My
for.
passive perception is 15.
Oh, that makes sense.
mine's 10. But I just want food.
Yeah. So Tan just wants food. You don't pay too much heed to it, Harold, but you do notice that there is a shadowy figure sitting in the corner where you guys were sitting yesterday. But you know, it's just
Sure,
kind
how
of very
I
much
like that.
very much out the corner of your eye. It doesn't really matter, but
Yeah.
you're just like, oh, interesting.
I have a sudden aversion to shadowy figures after they tried to kill me.
Definitely doesn't look like the same kind of shadowy figure.
Okay, I'm glad.
It's more just shadowy because they're in a shadow rather than they're wearing shadowy clothes.
Makes sense.
Unless they are wearing shadowy clothes, I don't know specifically, but
Are they even wearing clothes?
Probably not.
I mean, I think they would have caused a bit more of a stir if they were.
Maybe like a green cloak.
yeah, that would make more sense. Okay, cool. So yeah. You see it out the corner of your eye. Doesn't really make any particular mark on you. You just want food as well. To be fair.
Note that down if arrows start flying.
Yeah. So you guys get down to the the bar where Marie hops up onto a stool and says, good morning. Don't tell me, Tan and Harold, right?
Correct.
I can't remember the protector of truth, defender of justice, or something, but it was something like that.
We should.
I'll get there eventually. I promise. It takes me a little while to remember your names. Once they're in there, I'll have them fine. Don't even worry. I'll have them 100% all the time. Did you guys sleep all right? Was everything okay?
Yeah, it was fine.
Perfectly adequate.
Well, there we go.
I
You slept in the bath.
Yes.
People.
Like I said, the we are getting over time slowly actual lizard rooms, but the baths seem to work well enough for lizard folk at this time. And
adequate.
I don't know if you noticed, dear, but she kind of like pats down some of your fur and like your arm a bit. You're a bit fluffy.
Oh, that's embarrassing.
No, it's not. I think you look cute. But anyway, what do you guys want for?
That's just something that.
Sorry, I'm
just a new
taken.
look.
It's definitely not said in It's more just like cute cat kind of way.
Check to.
Yeah, well, she's a halfling.
worry.
Has people who are going, oh, hello, child. So works both ways. But yes, so she says, do you guys want any breakfast? Anything at all? What can I get you? I thought that might be what you wanted. Harold? We have
Whatever's most possible.
most possible.
Popular. Yeah, whatever's most possible. Also,
Whatever's most possible. I'm visibly drooling.
version of whatever's most popular in a bag to take back to the room.
Is that for
Provide food for
Anthony? Is he still not recovered from our late night drinking?
Seems he isn't used to it.
You could say that. I'm only a little lady and I still drank 3 times as much as him. But I mean, I guess I am a lot more used to it even though I am small. Yeah, that's fine. I can just get you both a normal breakfast with eggs and meat and bread, that kind of stuff. Does that all sound good?
whatever's most regular.
It is certainly most regular, Harold. Tan, do you want anything apart from fish?
I mean, I guess I'll have some sides along with it.
Okay. I'll get the chefs to put something up for you. Just give me a couple of minutes. And that'll be 4 copper each, please. She says as she steps down.
Yeah, I just throw it onto the bar and
Yep, that's fine.
Rush to my seat. I need fish in me as soon as possible.
And she shouts back as she
What was
runs
it?
off to the kitchen. I'll put Anthony's on his tab. Don't worry about him.
How much was it? I forgot.
How much was it?
4
4
copper.
copper. 6.
Really need to find a rubber at some point. This is beginning to get cluttered.
I'll give you mine.
Oh no.
Oh yes, I shortened copper to cops. That's why.
Oh no, not cops.
I mean, I was initially going to mark myself down as having 83 javelins left because I went for the wrong number, which would have been an interesting error. But
Well, we get to combat later on, and you're like, I have a few more than I remember having.
Like, we seem to have a carriage following us with only javelins. This is very curious.
Okay,
All
so
of my
you
money
guys
seems to have disappeared.
sit at a table. Still quite near the edge. You're both still a bit wary about everyone who's around you and stuff. But
Is it possible to go to the same table we went at last time, or is that taken?
it is not. That
It's
is
taken.
where
Oh, is it
mysterious
not?
shadowy figure man is sitting,
Oh, well, I don't want to. It is taken.
which you would now notice. Howard had already noticed that.
Oh,
So,
Not
I'll see.
disturb anyone
Yeah.
eating their meal.
Yes.
he isn't moving at all. He's just kind of sitting and standing, sitting and staring
Wow.
even. But yeah, you guys sit. You wait for your food. It's 10 minutes maybe at most.
There is a very large puddle of drool on the table at this point.
Oh God.
No.
And yeah, then the food comes along, and there's some extra food in like a bag for you to take to Anthony.
Lovely jubbly.
Excellent.
And Marie says, "I've put a minor heating charm on it, so it should stay warm for when you're finished and want to take it up to him." And
Wait.
while I'm here, I'm sure you've both noticed the figure sitting in on the table where you were yesterday.
Mhm.
He is a long-serving member of the guild. His name's Ruva. I
River.
don't know too much about him, but he's a very nice guy, and he's been tracking down recently not a very nice man, a man by the name of Baron Duke. It's Duke. How's it pronounced, Darren? Because I can't remember.
Gawain.
Gowan, that's it.
That's what I'm going with now.
Cool. That's fine. Duke Gowan came back yesterday after having his ear to the ground, or so he says. And apparently this Duke has made ties with a group of people called the World Enders.
Oh,
I
Please
wasn't
back up.
trying to listen on any conversations, but with ears like these, she points to her rather large ears. It's a bit difficult sometimes. I thought potentially you might want to speak to him. He might have information that could help you, or vice versa. Just a thought. I know he looks ominous, but I promise you, he's quite nice. Anyway, I'll leave you to your meal. Enjoy. And she hops off the table and heads off.
Really, the guild members have terrifying abilities.
Yeah, like superactive ears. Terrifying.
Like hearing and telepathy. Admittedly, one of them is slightly more impressed than the other, but Harold is shaken nonetheless.
oh, I mean, I can relate to the ears thing.
But
Mm.
Oh, my pencil broke.
Oh no.
the greatest shock comes from thinking that she might no longer think he's normal.
Well, should we go to him straight away, or should we get Anthony first and then talk to the guy? He seems
Probably-
like a bit busy.
About these conspiracy things. We already had one person over here. That in a super open public place where people are eating.
Oh, yeah. Maybe we should find a more. Maybe we should invite him up.
Yeah.
Good idea.
Yeah.
Harold.
Also, if he tries to kill us, that way it's 3-on-1.
You,
You know,
just in
not that I'm
case.
paranoid or anything. I'm perfectly normal. This is fine.
Make me perception roll, Aaron.
Nice.
Oh. What's my...
I don't imagine Harold's being especially subtle about sort of
Yeah.
staring at this point.
Oh, I am proficient in perception as well.
You are.
So that's... Perception's wisdom, right?
Yeah, I think it's +5 for you as well.
Okay.
Or might be, yeah.
Oh well, never mind.
You're in like super powered down mode, so you're actually not paying any attention to what's going on. You're busy
The group
thinking
we
about
make.
Meg or something.
I suppose.
But yeah, so what do you two wish to do?
Right.
Alright, you first, and I just give him a slight shove.
Give what? Sorry, you cut out.
Give you a slight shove. You can talk to him.
Shove. Don't worry. I'm perfectly normal. Any normal person would. What to say?
I'm just going to rejoin the call quickly. I think people are cutting out a bit.
Yeah, that's fair. Might also just be that my Discord's really bad.
There you go.
Did we get his name?
Ruva.
Yeah, it was
Ruva.
Ruva.
Interesting name. Right. I suppose we should tentatively. I suppose we should finish eating first off. Get that out of the way.
That probably makes sense, yeah.
Obviously.
I will.
But I ate pretty quickly. I'm already done.
Wow.
I stand up.
Mm-hmm.
One hand, Anthony's bag of assorted meats.
Yep.
In the other, Italy.
Yep.
Gesture relatively near to wherever my weapon might be. Not on, I think I'm being very subtle, that I'm wary.
Okay, yeah.
Probably I'm not being as subtle as I think I am. And head on over with,
If it helps, I think.
actually following and not behind me.
Okay.
Over to Mr. Rover. Rofer.
What?
Rofer or Rover?
Ruva.
Ruva.
Rover? It was Rover! Oh god!
You just put me right. You do not impress me as a dog.
Oh, that's
Right.
unfortunate.
Well, I guess as you approach me, I suddenly click into action, and you can hear a slight ticking as reminiscent of a clock every
It
time
was
I move.
perfectly normal. Maybe as a watch.
Hello.
Greetings.
That was good. Keep it up.
How
Questioning. We've
Yeah.
been especially, Mr. Rover?
no.
Rufa?
Ruva. Ruva.
R-U-V-A.
Yes.
Ah, I see.
Much not how I thought that was spelled.
Like I thought.
But then I also got the name wrong twice. But yeah, fun time. Fun times.
It's not uncommon. Is there anything I can help you with?
We're talking to the lovely guild lady, halfling
Yes, Marie.
Ree, whose name I completely,
Yes.
as any normal acquaintance would.
As you would, yes.
And she indicated that you might have to speak with us.
Well, if you're the group that she mentioned last night, then I would love to speak to you and ask you some
Possibly that
questions.
night I wasn't privy to your conversation.
Well, what is we should probably go and speak somewhere more private about this matter.
About a room
Oh,
we are currently staying in with our good
well,
friend.
let us go.
Sort of, gesture for Roofer.
Leave it. God, alright, fine. I do. I get up.
And sort of,
Oh,
sort of like wink at Tan.
Yeah.
Like, yeah,
Wait.
know what I'm doing. Wink.
That's
It's
good.
in my head. It's a wink. In reality, it's more of a sort of full body gesture. Confusing and odd to witness. God, there.
Yeah, so yeah, you guys get up and head back up the stairs towards the room, and some of the humans that were sitting a couple of tables over from you watch you go and just, what the hell was that?
Suave.
Yeah. Okay. So yeah, you guys head back up to the room.
Before we go in, our friend had quite a large amount of alcohol the previous night. Fair to surprise him just right now. We shouldn't go in unannounced. I then proceed to knock very loudly.
Ugh. Who's there?
Harold! And
Friend.
I imagine.
Just
Big clock, man.
Yes.
just come in. I'll just please be quiet.
Okay.
As we go in, I hand you a bag of and announce assorted meats.
Where from?
Is any of it human?
From Maria.
Oh, God.
okay. That's fine
You
then.
killed it.
I'm just gonna take that and go into the other room where I can be nice and.
Bathroom.
Yeah, I'm occupying your bathroom. No.
Dare you? I mean, I'll allow it because we're friends. Stay present for this conversation as it touches upon matters that may or may not have been mentioned in a letter that you possibly received.
I'll listen from a distance.
Wink, wink.
Wink, wink.
I actually say that out loud. I don't wink. I say wink, wink.
I need to quiet and water. I trust Lady Tan to deal with this situation.
Obviously, me as well.
No.
Yeah.
In any case, I would like to ask you, fine creatures, some questions.
Sure.
Okay.
I'm to believe that you know about the World Enders.
You can't lie, can you, Tan?
I can't lie. Yes, we have.
And I don't say like Tan. Are you capable of lying? It's more like is a coy possibly.
he's like possibly, and I'm like, yes.
We might be aware.
Well, I'm aware of one of their members is someone I have been trying to track down for a long time. He is a truly evil man, and if you have any leads to his or their whereabouts, I would be eternally grateful.
Oh, is this the Gwen that Maria was talking? Gwen?
Gwen?
What? Gwen.
Go in.
Duke
Gwen.
Gwen.
Duke Gwen.
Duke
Sure.
Guyan, wasn't it?
Go in, yeah.
Guy.
Gwen. It's Gwen.
Duke G.
Have I infected everyone or something? What is this?
Yeah.
Yeah, no.
We know who we're talking about. The Duke. The Duke. We know who we mean. The Duke.
Yeah. The Duke.
The
Yes.
Duke.
So do you know anything about him?
Members of his organization may or may not have tried to kill us.
I
To the
see.
fire, possibly by causing it.
So we are of the same cause in this matter.
Uh,
Well,
Yeah.
I would gladly have you assist me in tracking this horrific human being down.
What purpose?
Is he a liar?
No, he among other things.
Oh my god, I can't forgive that.
For
Yeah.
what purpose?
He would do anything to pursue gold and artifacts, even sacrifice the lives of his own constituents.
MP is this guy?
Like the lives of his
Oh.
peasants, then.
Dear fellas.
It's not very honourable.
What are we doing to him?
Well, I want to kill him.
What are we doing?
I would very much like to kill him in a very painful way.
Understandable.
Well, if he is
Roll
as bad as
nods
you
knowingly.
say he is,
He
I mean-
lies.
Harold? Yes, Harold.
he does
That
lie.
is my name. Thing is bad.
It is the most unquestionable of all evils,
Gosh.
obviously.
Quite abnormal.
If he is as bad as you say he is, then it really shouldn't be our mission to track down and destroy this.
Well, especially if,
Yeah.
as you say, he tried to kill you.
Yes.
And I imagine that he would probably try and do that again.
Well, I don't know if it was him personally, but
Well, yeah, but he probably organised it.
Fire and arrow both
Yeah.
even succeeded in killing the lying clerk.
the light.
I feel like... I
When
don't
was the
know.
clerk lying?
When did the clerk lie?
There was no door, remember?
Oh yeah, there was no door. I can't believe that. First.
Just hear shouted from the other room. There was a door.
Anthony doesn't know what he's saying, he's still hungover.
Who's your friend there? And
Let's see. He's perfectly normal also.
Yeah, he just needed a package to live.
Actually, am I aware of Anthony's age? Yeah, who cares?
To an extent, yeah.
And then I'm not sure what happened, but he suddenly became part of the guild. So
Clearly they made a
he's
mistake.
with us now.
It
well,
was all the time, I'm sure.
that's good.
I'm not sure how these things work.
I'm sure we should consult him about our alliance.
True, it's true.
We might want to give him a few.
He's
Seems
fine.
a bit I don't know, ill.
Should we do something in the meantime?
I will remedy
He's
him.
dying.
I will remedy him. Don't worry.
I think he's
Okay.
dying.
I'm very reassured by
I
this
don't
comment.
think he's dying. I'm gonna go in there.
Mm-hmm.
I'm gonna prepare a hangover cure
Cool.
with my herbology and alchemy skills.
Yeah.
So I recommend something that goes well with assorted meats.
Make me a... What'd that be? Just...
Skill roll for alchemy or herbology. I feel
Yeah.
like I don't know if that would be wisdom or intelligent.
I think wisdom.
Okay, cool. Let's do that. Let's.
You can have advantage because you've been doing this kind of thing for literal thousands of years.
Don't roll a
Okay.
1 on poison, Anthony.
Yeah, no, that's fair.
He's already
Ooh.
rolled a 1, it's fine.
Well, I'm doing amazingly still.
You only rolled 1d20.
Oh yes. Well, that went worse.
Okay, so
I'm
It's-
not doing
it's-
very well so far.
it's been a while since you created a potion for a human.
Okay.
You've primarily been making them for
Me.
creatures and yourself.
Really
Recently,
didn't have
so
much use of a hangover cure either.
no. So yeah, you're a bit shaky on this particular kind of alchemy, but it's still if Anthony takes it,
Have they been offered it?
Yeah, I say here this should help clear up your hangover.
Chime in with an accompaniment to your meat.
What does it smell like?
it doesn't smell bad. It doesn't particularly smell good. It doesn't really smell of anything.
Ah, down the hatch, I guess.
Okay. The ringing stops. You can see a lot better. It's not perfect, but
Oh, I'm no longer blind. Thank
you're no
God.
longer completely blind, and you can hear properly. You still feel incredibly tired, and your hand-to-eye coordination stuff still isn't great. You can hear and communicate and talk and everything fine.
Let's go. Oh, thanks. And then I guess I just, you know, continue eating assorted meats.
I will say also that the other two aren't from around here and are a bit odd themselves, so probably didn't pay too much heed to the fact that Ruva is literally a metal man. But now
That
that your
didn't
vision
factor
has...
into Harold at all.
Exactly.
Should it not? Because I mean, you'd be like, oh, this person's not even made out of meat.
That's true actually, but Howard hadn't got to that point of thinking yet. Because he has not planned
Harold
on
doesn't
eating
think they're meat until they're dead.
Oh, I see. So you wouldn't kill.
Oh, no, I wouldn't do that. That'd be awful. I'm perfectly normal. Normal people don't do that. It would be exceedingly abnormal to kill someone for that purpose.
It's true.
On the other hand, afterwards, which is a perfectly normal activity.
I feel like I'd probably have noticed what these people are doing. Or at least what they're doing.
You definitely know, but
Yeah.
And then you're
Wait, does Dan actually keep saying, "Oh yes, I'm completely normal,"
yeah.
Yeah.
or is that I didn't know if that was in character or not.
No, that's in
that's
character.
in character.
Okay. Well, I'm so.
Oh, and he likes to remind people of this in case they forget, as they frequently seem to.
Well, I will make no case for my normalcy. I am, at least as far as I have seen recently, one of a kind.
Yeah. So yeah, when as your vision clears up, Chris, you would see the hand which gave you the alchemy stuff was metal, and it's all metal. Yeah.
And I guess now that you can hear, I guess there's also the ticking sound.
I'm gonna look down at his hands and gonna like smack my lips a little bit. Just look up and go,
Smack the lips.
oh,
Yeah. People aren't for eating animals.
what? What are you? Is that? And I'm just gonna like, give a little tap on your chest piece.
Me?
Yeah, I'm assuming it sounds somewhat hollow.
No, not really.
No.
It did have the compartment for the potions in it, didn't it?
Yeah, that was in more the stomach area.
Ah. Just gonna look up and go, are you a exceptionally skinny person in full armor there, or?
No, I am an artificial being.
Don't be mean to Clock, man.
I'm not
As
actually.
far as Harold was concerned, he must have just been a very small person in armor, and after the last experience, he's come to not call out people when they're small.
I'm not wearing armor. I'm an artificial being created for the purposes of assisting small villages. But that time has long passed.
Oh, nice to meet you, artificial being.
My name is Ruva.
Ah, nice to meet you, Ruva. Thanks for that.
They're going to kill a duke with him.
Oh.
He's joined the team.
Okay, why are we killing a duke?
He's bad.
Is
Bad man.
I trust that you remember, at least in part. Lives yesterday, it was quite memorable.
Yeah.
Somewhat out of the ordinary.
I'm told that there was a fire
That there might have been a connection
between
Okay.
this duke and
between the people that attempted to murder us and this duke, who we will now attempt to murder ourselves. Life.
Am I going to be alright with this?
100%.
Okay. Well,
After all, you owe him one.
no, I mean, am I not going to get instantly murdered by this man?
well,
Not Mr. Clockman.
Not with no, I was talking about the duke. If I go with a normal man, go try and kill a duke.
yes, you certainly.
That's okay. We'll protect you.
Well, I mean, I don't think you would be. You wouldn't be in the Adventurers Guild if you were so entirely normal, would you?
I'm not part of the Adventurers Guild.
Are you trying to say? Howard looks offended.
Well, even a human fighter in the Adventurers Guild is somewhat better than many of their contemporaries.
But I'm not in the Adventurers Guild.
And what are you doing
You
here?
guys may want to mention the fact that he's in the guild now.
That
I just these guys joined the guild so we could get a room. And I guess they just let me. I don't know. I had something to drink and I'm here now.
well,
Is
I
it still the
guess.
Adventurers Guild?
I guess then we have something we have to tell you.
Reminds us of the second present
The
that we have
second
for you.
thing.
Or the third thing, if you
The
include
third.
the friend as a present, which I am now.
What was the first thing then?
The
Food.
assorted meats, remember?
Oh, the assorted meats.
The
Yes,
meat.
I want you to put assorted meats in your inventory.
I've eaten them all. I've eaten a lot.
Yeah.
It's true. Goes down fast, assorted meats. But
Mhm.
anyway,
Lovely. As
the
Meats
next
now.
thing is that you actually are a part of the Adventurers Guild.
Yeah.
Surprise! You've been given a badge for some reason.
must have been an error, or maybe you signed up while drunk and didn't have to fight because you're a child. I don't know.
Ah,
So there's
Oh.
there's the badge,
Have a badge.
thing and the card as well.
Oh, yeah,
Card,
business card.
4 presents.
Yeah.
4 presents.
Well, isn't this
The lucky man you must feel today.
did I have to pay anything for this?
No, you did
Possibly take that up with Maria.
Ah, well.
Yeah, I don't know. We had to pay, didn't we? So.
Well,
Yeah,
I
you
don't
guys
have
did.
to
You also
buy
have to
anything.
pay for the assorted meats. It's on your tab.
Ah,
So it's not really a present.
Oh, it was.
Okay.
okay. I guess I'll have to have a chat when I get downstairs.
Yes. Otherwise, we may or may not be breaking the law, which would be bad.
Yes.
I'm never.
Back on the topic of Duke killing.
Well, I've still got to deliver a package at some point, but I guess if it's on the way.
Did you get the package? Because that was assumedly where
have
the
you,
file was.
have you told Mr. Artificial Being about the package?
I don't think we did.
That was probably
Oh, well,
best for you to do.
hello, Mr. Artificial Being. Nice to meet you again.
Whisper
I've-
he has a name.
What's his name?
Ruver.
Rufus.
Rufus.
No, Ruver.
Right, so I am a son of a landowner, and my dearest father asked me to go pick up a package for him, and when I picked it up, there's a letter there that said I needed to take it somewhere else, and so I'm going to take it somewhere else at some point.
Was this a specific somewhere else, or was it just somewhere else?
That's
Was a
a very
specific
good
somewhere else.
question.
It was to Fordin in Gorfan.
It was in Fordin in Gorfang.
Oh,
Fan.
yeah, that's west of here.
Was it after you received the package that the fire was started?
Yeah, but I imagine those events are entirely unrelated.
It's a matter of mere
in
seconds.
my wisdom, I would say that they I do not believe in coincidences, and that we might find exactly what we're looking for in the place you seek to deliver that package.
Oh, well, you may find what you wish for, Rufus, sir. But,
That's not Rufus.
I'm going on what I've been told.
His name is Clockman.
What? No, clock. He didn't-
Oh, clock. It's something else then.
That's what he did say.
Oh,
No?
I swear.
Any-
that was
Anyway.
a horrible misunderstanding.
Continue.
I'm sure my adventurer friends would love to help you overthrow a duke, and to be quite frank, I think that'd be quite exciting to witness. So I'm sure I'll come along with you. Just I hope you don't expect too much in the way of help from me, other than
That's-
possibly financial.
Reasonable.
Make me an
Um,
insight roll, Aaron.
Oh no, I don't know.
So at some
Insight-
point we should probably try and figure out if we know who the Duke is.
Is insight intelligent or intelligence or wisdom?
I'm not sure.
Uh,
I think it's wisdom, but it could be intelligence.
Be either or.
It is wisdom.
Aha.
Okay, it's good for me.
Mm-hmm.
Except not if if I roll anywhere near the same that I've been doing.
Yeah.
Yes, yeah, never mind. Yep.
Oh my god.
This one, oh,
Oh my.
someone else roll for me. Then,
Um,
so, I don't know.
Seems
I
like a
mean,
pretty
that
normal
assumes
kid.
that we haven't all been rolling that bad in previous sessions.
I've only rolled one dice this session, so I don't know.
I'm pretty
Yeah.
sure Ollie at some point last time told me to start rolling my real dice. Because the,
We all rolled
in-game
abysmally.
dice
It was still
plotting
abysmal.
against us.
So
It's still dismal after that fact as well.
back on here
No,
now.
it was yeah.
But okay, yeah, you feel like there's something you're missing about Anthony, but you've no idea what it is.
Okay.
Um,
Well, I'm sure. Do not worry, Anthony. I'm sure we will be able to protect you on this adventure.
Oh, good. Then I would be happy to come along with you.
And let us make haste, my friends. We should purchase supplies for this journey and beyond.
Ah,
Set off.
I'm not entirely sure about this. I mean, it feels like the entire town hates us just for existing here.
Was
Yeah.
the
I'm,
previous town.
I'm no stranger to racism, friends, but we can easily conceal ourselves somewhat.
I mean, if you guys want, I could
Not
just,
sure if you noticed the cloak I've been wearing this entire time,
Even
but it helps.
even in heavily opposed areas, coin will still loosen things up a little bit.
I don't know if you guys have noticed, but I am actually human. So
Yeah, we could just get him to
run
do
your
all that.
errands for you.
Yeah.
Hmm. I just
yeah.
sort of I stick out a bit, being in chainmail and a cat.
Well, I mean, I'm not too bad because people usually just think I'm a man in plate armor.
with a watch.
At least on first class. But yes, with some watch.
With a watch,
With some first class.
Heavily armored.
Still not entirely convinced you're not just a very small man in chainmail. Don't say that though, just think that.
Mm-hmm. Okay, so what is your guys' plan? Up to you.
Well, we've paid for 2 nights,
You have?
so and I imagine that. Well, do we know that is still tired? Because you said he was.
Yeah, yeah, and I mean, to an extent, Tanner's still as well. So
That's true. We inhaled a rather large amount of smoke yesterday,
yeah.
connected to the fire, which was mentioned earlier.
Mm-hmm.
Turns
so
out these
perhaps-
guys don't know what a door looks like. So that's
Prudent. There was no door.
That was no
I don't
door.
understand.
I
He's
went
not
out the
lying.
door.
There was
Clearly,
no
you
door.
must have been confused. You inhaled a lot of smoke, Anthony. Inhaled a lot of smoke. You've drunk a lot of alcohol. You're clearly not thinking straight. There was no door.
He's telling the truth.
Moving swiftly on.
I'm afraid you'll just have to accept that. In any case, we should probably. There's no point trying to be supply bag, and while you're tired, you've got to do that sort of thing when you're fit and ready.
Yeah. Well,
Fine.
I propose we purchase some provisions for our journey today and
Yeah.
just do some minor errands.
I guess I'll join you.
So yeah, the place where the Duke is.
Yeah.
Is a town. Kind of actually about halfway to where you're going.
Makes sense.
So yeah, so you're in Necros at the moment. You've got to go through Destina Largot
Makes sense.
into Hirano, and then there's a town called Kelar, and that is where the Duke rules from.
I suppose we can do both tasks in the same trip and get 2 stones with 1 bird.
Yeah.
Yes.
Mm-hmm.
Wait, 2 what?
Yep, he said it wrong.
Yes.
2 birds with 1 stone.
Harold has only overheard the phrase, he didn't really understand it.
Yeah.
I see. I see, Dan.
So,
I mean, if you think I did that accidentally,
I'm not going to make you off this
Come
because
on
you've
now.
been around for ages and you know the land like the back of your hand. Destina Lagot is so called because it is full of acid lakes.
lovely.
So, gotta be careful of that acid.
Some of those puddles aren't as good for sleeping as they might initially look.
Yes, no, it's very dangerous for lizard folk. That's really the only big troublesome bit you go at. That's no, yep, yeah. That's the only thing which is troublesome. You've got to go through past the acid forest, next to an acid lake. Then you keep going. You go past Jipar, which is the capital of Hirano, and you take her down to Keller, and that's it. It's quite a long journey, but it's pretty simple once you're through the acid part.
You said past the capital. Is that in like a different country?
Yeah, a different country, different territory.
As an aside, do we know if the Duke might possibly have political power in that country? Is he like a Duke as in a ruler or a member of the government or a member of the aristocracy, or is it just like he just has a lot of farming land and they've sort of...
He has a lot of farming land in Kelar. He is not particularly powerful.
Okay.
He's definitely got no power in Destina Lagot. He may have a bit of power in Hirano, but not that much.
Didn't want to turn up there and find that we've been immediately arrested by the corrupt police that are in the pocket of the Duke.
Yeah. No,
actually, the Duke's prime minister and head of state, and yeah, you're gonna have a bad time.
The duchy is actually the top holding.
Yeah.
Oh, I didn't tell you guys that. Whoops. No. Yeah, no. So, Ruva has been tailing this guy for ages. He has fought many of his agents. He certainly has agents and like a militia who he orders around, and
But
potentially
they're not.
allies within the World Enders. But he does not own he does not own the police or
The police are still
city
unlike
watch,
the
that kind of
government.
stuff. They're still under the
Roger,
control of
Roger.
the government. Yeah.
Indeed.
Okay.
So are we buying anything then, boys?
I need some tent poles.
It's true.
He does.
Yeah, has a bad habit of destroying every tent he makes use of.
I don't destroy. Oh, actually, no, I do break some. Sometimes I just leave the poles behind.
Yep.
It's not gone super well.
No.
Whisper to Rufa, like, if you'll take a tip, don't leave your tent with Anthony.
Do robots need tents?
Let's see. No, I don't.
I mean, I don't know that.
That is true.
No, this is me actually asking. Do robots need
That's
tents?
true.
Right, I'm gonna get, I guess, some flasks of oil
Oh,
and some manacles.
bring wood and oil.
Maybe get some cloth as well. I don't know. Go for nah.
How many arrows can I feasibly carry?
I think each quiver is something like there's a specific number. If
The
you
default number is 20, so I
think
each
assume...
quiver,
20 is
each
a
quiver, if you can buy more quivers if you want, but by default I think you only by default have one.
I would allow you to have at max 2 quivers. You can have one of your back and one kind of
Oh,
round
on the
by,
weight.
behind your waist.
Yeah.
Would it be a tool impeding if I were to wear such a thing?
I would allow that many. Any more than that would be impeding, definitely.
Yeah.
But-
Well, I wasn't going to suggest I have
Yeah.
30 quivers.
okay,
Yeah.
that's good. No, you're quite big, so 2 is probably
I'd
manageable.
imagine at max 2, maybe 3 if I'm pushing it.
Yeah, maybe 3 would be super pushing it. If it was like
Could he put a couple of extra quivers in his backpack? Just to
you
make-
could carry extra quivers if you wanted in a backpack.
Oh,
but
yeah. But they wouldn't be useful
They
in
wouldn't be
combat
useful in combat,
situations,
yeah.
because I would have to open my backpack
Yeah.
and then withdraw them, and then,
yeah.
big thing.
Because also,
Gotcha.
yeah, you've got a backpack, so you've kind of got your backpack, the quiver next to that, and then the quiver beneath as well.
Oh, I hadn't considered the backpack. I figured I could, at most have 2 next to each other and then 1 on the waist, but if I've got the backpack, then yeah, that makes sense.
Yeah. So to be fair,
Put them on
2
10 as well.
is possible. Getting them out of the second is going to be pushing it already.
Yeah,
But
that's fair.
you can manage. You can definitely manage to carry 2.
He said too, though. So,
Yeah.
I don't know.
I guess it might even be
I've-
easier for you if you ran out on wood, you'd literally just swap the quivers over.
Yeah.
That'd probably be faster than trying
I suppose
to.
I will look into quivers, an additional quiver, given that I'm going to be trying to find arrows anyway.
Okay.
I'm buying some like empty flasks and stuff as well.
Is there a gift shop? I want to buy something for my girlfriend.
Oh. I don't know if the concept of gift shops exists. I
A
feel like
shop for gifts.
See why it
you just
wouldn't.
look around for knickknacks in general.
Yeah.
A
There
shop.
might be a knick-knack shop.
If,
but
if there's
you
a
never know.
bazaar, I feel like all the shops would just kind of meld into one there.
Yeah, I
Yeah,
mean,
that's
yeah, there
fair.
certainly is. There's the shopping quarter on the other side of town, which you guys briefly ran through earlier.
Yeah.
But yeah.
A religious idol.
So
Usually one for herself.
yeah, so Ruva has again extensive knowledge of this area. The shopping quarter is always really busy. You are not really likely to be particularly noticed. And like
Makes
I said
sense.
before, El Muerte, while still not great for acceptability and stuff for people, is better than the wider area of Necros.
Yeah, I mean,
Because it's
Necros
protected
was
by
like,
the Watchers, so it's a bit nicer. So you're probably alright if you stick together.
well, we were going to try and I imagine we're going to try and do that anyway, given that
Yeah.
we're being actively searched for and like,
This is true. This is true.
shot out with arrows.
Okay, so you're going to head off down to the shopping quarter.
I say yes.
Okay.
Yes, yes.
Make sure I have most of my possessions on me as well
Mhm.
before we
Yep.
leave the room.
Yep, that's fine. So you guys search around for stuff. You find the place selling quivers pretty fast. They cost 1 gold
Nice.
piece.
1 gold piece
Quiver
for a
does.
quiver. Do they also sell arrows here?
They do sell arrows as well. This is like kind of like a hunting shop. It's got arrows, axes, quivers.
I buy another quiver and 22 arrows.
22 arrows.
Yes, that'll bring me up to and 2 quivers.
So they'll just charge you 2 gold for all of that.
God, that seems fair. If I have 162 or 163 gold,
Okay.
it's 3. That looks like it was written most recently.
Mhm.
Oh, I know that down
Cool.
and exchange the money.
What was
Wait
Ruva
for the
looking for?
record. Just so you know,
Yep, that's cool. Aaron, what was Ruva looking for?
Oh,
Isles,
just
wasn't it?
looking for manacles, oil flasks, regular empty flasks, and I think I got vial. No, yeah, that's it.
Okay. So oil flasks are 1 silver piece each.
Oh, one's oh yeah,
Yeah.
yeah, okay, that's cool. I'll get 10 of those.
Mhm.
Alright.
And then just a flask is just 2 silver pieces.
I thought it was copper piece.
That's the one I meant.
Yeah,
I just said it wrong.
I'll get 50 of those.
Okay.
Because alchemy. I don't
Mhm.
want to be caught without any flasks.
Yep.
And I was going to get a pair of manacles as well.
Yes, manacles.
Understandable.
Yeah.
Which are 2 gold
Assuming
pieces.
I think. Yep. Okay.
How much gold do you have?
5 or 1 now.
Okay, so like add 300 to that, and we'll call that the amount of gold you've got currently.
300.
He's been alive
For a long time.
for a long time, and he's done a lot of adventuring jobs.
Some of
Yeah.
some
So-
of those coins are like 1,000 years out of circulation.
Yeah, yeah.
I mean, there's so many
300
gold, but people wouldn't care,
Yeah,
would they?
I was going to say if they stopped to look at it, it technically might not be the right gold, but yeah.
Actually, be rarer and worth more than one gold and sort of pocket it gratefully.
Yeah. Yeah, I just realised gold was one of the things we didn't actually talk about yesterday. Okay. So you found that. Dan and Harold has found his arrows. Tanitha
Yes.
and Anthony, are either of you looking for anything?
Tent poles.
Know that we're all doing this as a group, or at
Yeah.
least I'm following other people.
Mm-hmm.
So I act like I definitely know what all the vials and manacles
Yeah.
are for, because I don't want to appear abnormal.
So you can get a whole new set of tent poles for 1 gold piece.
Hey.
Be prepared to spend that a lot.
Why not just get a spare set as well, Chris?
It's a fair
Nah,
point.
I'm fine. I'm fine with the whole tent.
Okay.
Okay.
I don't
Anything
think
else
I've
at all?
actually used it yet. Like, I put it up and then never actually slept in it.
We don't know that.
Yeah,
Mm.
I know that.
Didn't it?
Um,
Also faintly concerned about the hours Anthony must be keeping, given he never wakes us up for our shifts.
Mm.
Won't bring that up now.
So if we walk past any like shop that might contain bouquets of flowers or like anything that's really pretty, I might want to gift. I'm just gonna like dash in without a second thought.
Okay. Cool. Give me 1 moment. I'll be right back.
Mhm.
I agree, Dan.
Okay.
Yes.
Yes. So.
It's just that we don't have any labels for the shops on the map that we can see, so
No,
I'm
you
not
do
quite
not.
sure
Just shops.
when we might come across something like that.
Yeah, no, that's fine.
Bless you.
I thought I'd move the mic away enough that you wouldn't hear that.
Nope. That was fairly loud.
Mm-hmm. So you see various kind of jewels and things, but none really like jump out at you really. Or they look like exceedingly expensive. So you
Oh.
keep searching. Is there anything else at all you're looking for?
No, I'm completely hyperfixated on one thing.
Just on that thing.
I've completely forgotten everything else
Okay.
that I may have needed.
So you end up finding there are actually some. There is a shop which has amulets to different deities,
Ah,
which the church kind of side of you is kind of being like, well, this isn't right because this is bad. But anyway, but the
What?
wanting to get something to be impressive side is like, ooh, yay.
wait,
And
I don't know.
yeah,
I don't understand the church side of. What?
True. Yeah, yeah, that's fine.
Why are icons bad
No,
in this
what?
background?
What's going on? What? I don't understand.
Oh, it's because it's like all the different deities having all the same patron symbols all under one place.
Ah,
I wondered if there might be some sort of problem with iconography with gods or some such. I don't know.
Yeah, no, I could have explained that better, but no. Clearly, it's not a problem because he's here and it's fine.
Yeah.
But yeah. So yeah, you find a kind of an amulet, which is like a kind of a deep yellow color with kind of like a cat encircling it, which is like the
Ooh.
you recognise as being the Felis kind of amulet out of the selection that is there.
Yeah. How much?
If you want that, that is 5 gold.
Alright. I'm buying it.
Okay.
An attempt to
You-
help, Harold has suggested assorted objects, including, like, meat. It is.
Yeah. So
Not helpfully.
you can, if you wish,
I'm not
use this
sure
as an
if you want
alternate holy symbol for spellcasting if you want. Just fun fact.
Hey.
Well, does it have any different stats or anything? Or
Not yet. Not that you are aware of. It might do, but
well, I'll have to study it a bit before.
yes, you need to have a bit of study. But yeah, it can be uncommon if you have a shield, but you can bear it on a shield if you wish.
I
Or
do
just
have a shield,
wear
yeah.
it visibly. Up to you what you do with it. But yep, there you go.
I'll have a look at it when we get back to the room.
Yeah. So now that you've found that, is there anything else you are after?
She probably doesn't remember if she wants anything, so she's done.
Okay. Okay, and Anthony.
Yeah. I don't think there's anything else I need or want.
Okay.
Except maybe some rations.
Well, you can sure get
Like
some of
what?
them. 1 day's rations is 5 silver pieces.
Alright. Do we have an estimate of how long this is going to take?
Just let me check. At least a week.
Alright.
Probably,
Let's get-
if you're being careful, more like 2.
You said 5 silver pieces, right?
Yeah.
How long does
Chris
food
buying,
keep?
sorry?
Food.
Food for the journey.
hmm
How long does this food keep?
It's all dried stuff, so it keeps a while.
And then I shall have... Right, you said 5 silver, right?
Mm-hmm.
So 1 electrum. So that-
Yes.
Let's go for 29 days worth of rations.
Okay.
Just because that gives me 130 gold. Bang on.
Cool.
I'm sure I can rustle something up on our way there. But
I say that
Oh, no.
130 gold and 3 silver pieces. But
and it's a pretty common on
Nice.
these roads, so
You can have my extra rations as well.
you have
How much do
rations?
you have?
Yeah,
He's
well,
got
technically, because technically you start with explorer's pack, so I have 10 rations.
Just, found some. Someone was like, well, these aren't useful, but I'm sure someone will want them.
Yeah, exactly.
So, if everyone's got everything
and
they want,
traveller have everything.
I have everything.
I've got everything.
okay. So, yeah, you spend...
I guess I have rations myself then in my pack.
Yes, you will have some rations. Yeah. I think you maybe used some of them on the journey over, but not a lot.
Thought we hunted our food, like, because we had fish.
Oh, yeah, you did. Never
We can
mind.
do, but
Everyone else had fish. I myself, but
it's better to be safe than sorry, you know.
Yeah. So yeah, you guys head back to the guild hall. No incursions or anything happened along the way. And yeah, you spent like a bit of an hour in the shopping quarter, and it's kind of coming up to mid-morning. So it's kind of just coming up to afternoon now. Just before afternoon, probably. So you've still got a while left, about another 5 to 6 hours. It does get dark quite early, but you've got another 5 to 6 hours of light. If there's anything else particularly you want to do,
Sleep.
See if
I
there's
mean, if
any.
no one else is going to go out, then I'm going to have a look at this charm, see if I can offer it up to my girlfriend.
Okay.
But
I don't think-
unless we're going out, of course.
I don't know if there's anything I should really do.
I've got to have a talk to Maria, buy her a drink again.
Oh no,
Okay.
don't drink so much as you did last time. Otherwise, we'll never get out of this town. Be safe, friend.
Okay. Is Harold or Ruva particularly planning on doing anything?
No, I mean, making sure that no one of us is ever alone, I suppose, is the
Mhm.
highest priority.
Yeah.
The whole murder thing. Harold doesn't really know what normal people do. Resolve to
That's-
try and find out, I guess, by talking to other people, being with the rest of the team.
Fair. So you could always see if you wanted, if there's any like local quests that need performing.
Mm. And actually, well, I suppose we need to hang out with Rufus. So I guess I'll chat with him. Ruva. Ruvo. Oh,
Ruva.
Ruva.
damn it, I didn't even deliberately call you Rufus. And, well, whatever I said afterwards, I've forgotten.
Ruva.
Alright. Talk to Aaron's character.
Okay.
Chat with him. And doesn't seem to be talking to me. Have I offended him?
Hello.
Hi.
But you
Sorry.
try and suss out if you really are just a small man.
Oh,
Asking that, obviously, but sort of,
That's
oh,
you
what?
do.
Subtly.
you catch quizzical glances.
I don't.
I just
mean,
imagine every now and again you like find a gap in the armor and you just sort of peel it open to have a peek. Like, no,
That would be mean.
no, what
That
I'm
would be
gonna
rude.
do. No, what I'm gonna do to prove it to you is I'm gonna go over to you and I'm gonna open my stomach cavity that has all the alchemical gear in it. How do you react to that?
Suppose that settles the matter.
So, Clockman is actually a clock man.
Neat.
He's a clock and magic man. So yeah.
All in all, it's not especially surprising. It was just more trying to iron out what the possibilities were.
Oh. How do you do,
Perfectly
man?
normal. I'm new in town. I don't know if robots are rare or not.
Okay.
Don't have a good judgment of these things.
Uh.
Before I came here either.
Okay. So, you go back down and ask Thingy for another if you're interested in the drink. She agrees, providing you have a non-alcoholic one.
deal.
Oh,
Best for everyone.
And
Suppose
you-
we'll let.
Today.
I don't know. I'm hanging out with.
you'll hang out with Ruva.
We're buddies now.
Yeah, we're buddies. I'm bonding over our shared normalcy, or
And if you
what
want
I.
to change your name on the Roll20, that might help Dan
Yes,
remember it, maybe.
Oh yeah, that's true. Actually, I thought that.
You have a last name?
No.
The, obviously.
Clockman. Or Man Clock, maybe.
River.
Man clock.
They call me the man clock.
Rise of
Man
the man.
clock.
Rise of the man clock.
Okay, so Tom, you spend some time. Tan spends some time attuning with this amulet.
Yes.
And after some time, you you feel that it does have some magical power connecting between you and Felis,
Oh.
and that it is a true, despite your doubts at first about how how real the shop would be and not just all fakes. This appears to be a proper magical item. And yeah,
Look what I found, darling!
she's still not responding to you.
Oh no!
Error
probably
404.
busy.
Probably.
Fool.
But you
Doing
do
wonderful
feel
thing.
a certain power surge through you from this amulet. Which increases your Constitution score by 1.
Oh my god.
Wow.
Yeah.
Oh, it's written in ink, so I can't. I'll just cross it out. There you go.
Yeah. So yeah, Ruva is explaining to Anthony how he's
Anthony.
Harold.
Flip, sorry, how he's metal and
Anthony.
stuff.
Harold is without a doubt sagely nodding despite comprehending none of it.
Yep.
If you could make metaphors to carpentry, that would help. I also know murder.
Meat, murder, carpentry.
Yeah.
That's about it.
I have very diverse interests.
Yeah.
So yeah, Ruva and
One of
Harold
those is
are
less of an interest and more of an occupation. Well, 2 of them actually.
Ruva and Harold are back in their hidden corner in the room downstairs in the bar. Anthony's at the bar with Marie, and Tanitha is in the room trying to get Felis to return her calls. So I guess that answers one of the questions from the start of the session. But yeah, Anthony, you're speaking to me, and she says, "So, how has your day been?"
Not so bad. Met a weird robot chap that said he knew you.
Yes, Ruva. He's weird, I guess, but everyone here is weird to some level.
Yeah, I guess. Except me, of course. I'm still just a normal guy in a not so normal world.
No, that's why you're weird, because you still, after everything that you've done and gone through, you still are under the impression that you're a completely normal person.
What do you mean everything I've done?
Just
All I've done
Maria
is
hasn't talked to Harold.
grabbed a package. My dad, sure, he's not so normal, but me, whew, as plain as they come.
I'm just Harry. Or Anthony. She says,
Yeah,
okay.
But yeah, your metal friend has invited us to go commit murder of a duke.
Yes,
That's
that may have been my fault, but
ah.
And you're going with them, completely normal human person, are you?
Well, apparently I'm an adventurer now.
Yes. Well.
So
While
I'm
your
just
friends may
gonna-
not have noticed your little bits of help here and there, we do have spells in place of our own. So your
I don't know what
help
you're talking about.
was noticed.
No idea what you're talking about.
Okay. That's fine.
But yeah, I'm gonna go and watch. As they do their thing. Emotional support. I'll cook some dinners and stuff.
Of course. So, your father, when did you last see him? Was that actually when you left, or?
Yeah. He just said, "Hey, son, I need you to go grab something for me." see you in a few weeks.
I
That was
mean,
it, really.
yeah, I mean, where you're from Lake Village, aren't you?
Yeah.
Which is in Flaggerton on the top side of the island.
Yeah. I wasn't quite expecting to have to travel this far when he said just pop over to get a package, but he gave me a tent and some food, so I guess he was, expecting it.
Yes, I suppose. Perhaps not exactly as much excitement as there's been, but
Yeah.
yeah. Well, still, I guess at least you've still got the package and no one's died yet.
Yeah. Well, I mean, there was a thing with some bandits, and
Yes, well, none of you or your friends have died yet.
Aside, I don't think we actually. I think Chris was the only person that attacked them
I didn't attack them. I defended myself.
by attacking them.
Basically.
It's fine. My dad gave me this crossbow, so I can defend
No, I'm
myself.
not even there, but yeah.
Yeah.
Even if I
Attack a door and run away. And a wall.
yeah.
Well, good luck tomorrow with your quest, and if you ever want to come back here, we'll always be happy to see you again in the guild.
We'll see how the local populace's mindset changes.
Yes. Yeah. Well.
Because I quite like travelling with these friends that I've made in the past couple of days.
I mean, when travelling through Destinolagot and Havana, it will be somewhat similar, but once you're through to Alpacar and Gorfan, then should be much better.
Ah, good. I must say, do believe the guild's the only place that we found any friendly folk.
That does tend to be the way. Guilds are more accepting than most other places, especially the Adventurers Guild, but all of them are more so than the wider populace, no matter where you go. But yes, I should get back to work, so
Okay.
let us know when you're going tomorrow. I mean, imagine you'll still want breakfast unless you leave really early, which, given Ruva's with you, I don't know, you might be, but let us know, and yeah, good luck with everything.
Thanks. Good luck with your work stuff and all that.
Yeah. Thank you. And she heads off. Similar time to Tanitha finally managing to understand the magical item that she has purchased. Still
As
got
an aside, you mentioned there was a lot of acid.
yes.
Well,
You're in for a hell of a trip.
If anyone had wanted, get a potion of acid resistance on it, you could have done, but
would have been fair. My first thought after remembering that was maybe an acid-proof coat, which is a significantly less effective idea, I think.
Why not? It'd still be effective.
Still work.
It also might not exist.
It'd be less useful against the acid lakes,
I mean,
but
I'll be honest. I feel like it'd be more likely for an acid-resistant cloak to exist than a potion that makes you immune to acid.
this is
I
true.
don't know how magic works.
You just drink like an incredibly alkaline solution that just turns your entire body alkaline.
It's nice.
That would still fuck you up. No.
Makes you emit an alkaline thing whenever in contact with acid.
Okay, maybe.
So anyway, you've still got a few hours of light left. Is there anything else anyone wants to do, or you're kind of just gonna hang
I'm gonna
around?
go talk to Lady Tan, for she is looking at a weird thing that she's grabbed, and I'm gonna ask her what
I
it is.
suddenly have the coat revelation. Is the thing still open, the bazaar?
If you wanted to head back to the bazaar with Ruva, you could do.
Wanna come with me, Ruva?
So, yes.
Lovely.
Okay, so you guys head out back to the bazaar.
Yes, I'll hang out with Ruva and extend an invitation to everyone else.
Okay. Anthony and Tan seem good, I think,
Yes.
but Anthony lets Tan know when he goes back up there. and you two head back out to the guild. I'm going to go get a drink real quick, so if anyone wants to get some tea or something, now's the time.
Tea.
Time for tea.
We'll be right back, folks.
I just ate all my jackets.
Oh, alas.
Don't have any more jackets.
Which,
Juan Fernandez.
there you go.
No, Tom, you can't say that. This is
Anyway, I'll be back
this is-
shortly also.
This is a good Christian D&D channel.
Christian.
I mean, Christian's literally here.
True.
Yeah, exactly. We have the prime Christian.
Huh?
I said you're the prime Christian.
Much like
I'm a prime
Optimus,
Christian.
much like Optimus, you are Christian Prime. But yeah,
Okay.
moving on. Back in a bit.
Actually, I can't bother to get tea.
Sin. Sinner.
It'll take too long. Take too long.
Sinner.
I wouldn't be back until everyone else is.
Oh, I'm making tea as well, so.
I see.
Oh, kettle's boiled. Hey.
No. No Eurobeat.
Running in the night.
You can't sing it too well, otherwise all these videos are gonna get struck by copyright.
Oh, yeah, that's
because I'm
true.
such a good singer, it's gonna get.
Chris, is
Yeah.
it good enough? Eat.
Oh!
Okay.
Yeet.
Who are we waiting for?
I don't know.
Nice.
Dan, maybe?
Dan and Chris.
Oh, I know. I've got some biscuits hidden away here somewhere. Ah, yes. Rich tea bickies.
Hmm. 112 kilobytes per second.
Okay.
Everyone back?
Yes. I don't know, is Dan here?
No, Dan.
Dan is not here.
Daniel, why?
Danny, why?
Is that really 112 kilobytes a second?
I don't know.
Okay. What is it? I'll call this.
So it turns out the spoon I was using to make my cup of tea was covered in rust.
Oh no. Chris, you are really quiet.
Yeet.
Sorry, I was had a biscuit in my mouth and was
That
looking
makes
down
sense.
at my cup of tea.
I see. So, everyone having fun?
Mm-hmm.
Yeah.
That's good. I know it's been quite RP heavy this session so far. So.
Yeah.
What's wrong with that?
There's nothing wrong with that, providing you guys are happy with that.
Yeah.
There'd be no point me running a RP heavy session if you guys just wanted to fight stuff all the time.
That's true.
Which I didn't think you did want to, but I just wanted to make sure I hadn't massively misread the conversation.
Okay.
You guys were like, well, we'll do this because we have to, but we'd rather not do this.
See.
So, yeah, but... I mean, you guys are doing really great. It's been really interesting, so...
Hmm.
Mm-hmm.
It's really difficult because I can't really hear what I'm saying.
Yeah.
Yeah, try some.
Why is my connection bad?
I'm connecting bad as well.
As
back
am
to
I.
Yeah,
normal now.
suddenly it's...
That was
Ah,
really
there we
odd.
go.
Yeah, that
What?
is odd.
Was that for all of you guys as well?
Yeah.
Suddenly went back to green
Oh.
again.
We all dropped to 1 bar for connection.
Can anyone hear me?
Yeah, we can hear you now,
Yes.
it's fine.
Yeah.
Connected from Discord.
Oh,
It says something disconnected.
oh.
Oh, well, we can hear you fine.
Discord's connection to your real-time communication server has been interrupted.
Oh, well, that
Oh,
must
that
have been
might
a
have been what it
Discord
was.
That's
Wi-Fi.
promising.
God damn it, Discord.
Yeah,
I'm gonna say Dan. I was getting ready to be offended.
yeah. No, we will probably go back to Hangouts, because Hangouts seems to be actually... Well, they've
I
got
like
rid of literally all the
Hangouts.
functions, like, for just recording. It just seems to do voice and stuff better, so... Next week we'll probably go back to Hangouts. So just I've got to reset the format for the XSplit.
Yeah.
Uh,
The Hangouts is pretty cool. It works pretty well.
Yeah.
Skype would then be next, and Discord is a bit less than that.
Discord sometimes works completely fine,
Yeah.
and sometimes it just destroys itself over the course of a conversation.
It does. It's a bit frustrating.
it's just inconsistent.
Yeah.
Yeah.
The only problem with Skype is actually getting it to work through XSplit because it's really temperamental. But
Fair.
that could just be me. But hey ho. Anyway, everyone is back now. So, Tan and Anthony, you guys are having a discussion just about the magic
I'm
thing.
not talking about magic. Oh, about the
The
magic,
magic
thing.
thing.
Yeah.
Oh, my amulet.
Your amulet, yeah.
I want to know what it is, Tan. What is this strange thing you picked up? Sorry about the biscuit. Was it? Hmm? What is this strange thing that you picked up at the market, Lady Tan?
Well, I bought it as a present for my girlfriend, but she wasn't in.
Oh, does she live in this town, in the city? Thought you didn't know much about it.
Not. She doesn't live in this town. I can just, I'm a paladin, protector of truth, preserver of justice, and obliterator of all deceivers. I can just contact her whenever I want. Although she doesn't
Oh.
respond that often. I think she's busy.
How are you going to give her the present? Can you just open like portals?
I'll be honest, I haven't thought that far ahead.
No, okay. I was kind of hoping you had magical powers, Lady Tan. Just travel where you wish.
Oh, well, I actually, that does remind me of something, is that this amulet does possess magical capabilities.
Oh,
You can use it as a divine symbol for all sorts of spells.
I see.
So you may have seen in the packaging area my heroic and truth-filled breaking down of the wall because there was no door, which was ended up with a nice and I don't think it actually completely broke down the wall, but it definitely made massive big dent in that wooden wall. Was it not a dent?
Oh.
Did a good number on that wall.
You're right there, Lady Tan. You're having a bit of a problem.
Well, I was a bit woozy at the time, so I don't remember it fully.
Ah, I see. The smoke.
A bit of smoke. Magic doesn't really protect you against carbon monoxide.
Against what? What does carbon monoxide you speak of?
Oh, it's just a little thing that you find in smoke. Anyway.
Verbal tick.
It's bad for you, basically. It's bad. Don't breathe it.
I see. I mean, I wasn't
But that
planning on
was-
breathing any smoke anyway, so...
That was my thunderous smite of truth and justice that you saw there.
Ah.
Or probably heard. Definitely heard.
You
because
definitely
it
that's
would
what
have
that
heard
noise
it,
was.
it
yeah.
was loud and truthful.
It was a very honest sound.
Yeah, because I'm the kind of girl who doesn't like a liar. I really hate liars. They're the worst.
Hadn't noticed.
Good thing we're all truthful in our party.
Absolutely, I'm so happy that you're truthful with me all the time.
Yeah.
Because if anyone is lying, then I couldn't say what I'd do, but it would not be good.
Right, I've got a question for you.
Yeah, what is it, my good friend?
You're a paladin, right? So you work for the greater good,
I work for truth and justice.
for justice. So you don't work for the greater good.
Well, sometimes blood has to be spilled in the name of truth.
Okay. Because I was thinking sometimes people lie for good. You know, when they have a little white lie.
White
And
lies.
what do you think about those?
They're on thin ice.
I see.
They don't, they don't deserve death.
Yet.
But,
Can you
You know,
make me an
the-
insight roll, please, Tom?
an insight roll. Okay.
This is when if you
I have
fail,
insight.
you have to start questioning your relief. It
When you
was-
get a nat 20, and everything makes sense.
and you're like, oh god, lying's fine.
I think it's more,
Two.
oh god, Chris is lying. Okay.
This just seems like a completely innocent question from a child.
17.
I forgot the question. What was the question?
What if it was just like a little lie, you know, for the greater good? That's all right, right? Sweating profusely. But I was just asking a question. You know, it's all good.
He's just curious, like,
Well-
about morality, like any normal 17-year-old.
Yeah.
Well, a common question from someone not as well versed in the intricacies of truth, in that all liars should die.
The intricacy of
Very
truth being
nuanced.
truth is good, lying bad.
Yeah, it's very nuanced. Very nuanced opinions
Mhm.
I hold towards truth.
I have an entire department of it back at the uni.
Really, you should tell the truth all the time. But, I mean, you're gonna get only slightly killed if you do a white lie. It's okay. It's not like the big kill. Nah, just joking. Not gonna kill. That would be mean. But
Okay.
it's not great.
I'm still feeling quite tired from last night, so I'm just gonna go up to bed now.
You know what? That makes sense because you had all that drink.
Yeah. So, have a good night, Lady Tan.
Oh, good night, my dear, honest friend, Anthony.
Off I go.
So Anthony heads off to bed.
Anthony's definitely not feeling bad about anything right now.
Nope.
Maybe I went a bit far on the whole killing bit.
Ruva and Harold are, yeah, and you're like, maybe I went a bit far on the whole killing bit, but it's fine because he doesn't lie, so it's all good.
He seemed oddly shaken. I wonder why.
I didn't know.
Obviously unconnected to his questions. Very
Yeah,
strange.
exactly. So Harold and Ruva are still out. So Tan, are you going to do anything else in particular at all, or just sit and drink and stuff?
I mean, I need dinner at some point.
This is true. You do.
Maybe I'll wait for them at the dinner bar. Dinner.
You're just gonna wait around with your drink for the others to get back.
Yeah, I presume they're not going to be too long.
Probably not. It's been like you've been talking for probably like at least half an hour. So
Oh,
yeah,
it's a long time repeating the same talking points.
There's more that we didn't cover, but less important stuff.
I didn't need to go in detail of what I do to liars.
No, exactly.
Like the tears of lying.
Yeah.
Actually
So
got out the memorials of the last liars you came across.
yeah, panning out from the Adventurers Guild and back down into the shopping quarter, we find Harold and Ruva once again perusing the aisles looking for things to help against acid.
Yes.
Yes.
Nice.
Suddenly occurred to be a normal thing to look for when one plans on travelling into acid country.
Mm-hmm.
Neat. Alright, what acid resistant items are there?
So you
I'm
have a
holding out
look
for a
around.
coat or a cloak that I can swaddle myself in if need be.
Yeah, so you have a look around, and there is a place that has lots of potions and stuff, but to be fair, Ruth would probably swipe away from it, but I can make all that stuff for half the price that they're selling it at, so we don't need any of that stuff. So yeah, you go and have a look for more like clothes stuff
Yeah.
that you want. And yeah, you do find after a bit of searching, you do find a kind of, there's lots of armor vendors. You find a more specialized armor vendor who has stuff like, you know, fireproof armor and armor that allows you to breathe underwater, all that kind of stuff. So you can
And-
go over and speak to him if you would like.
It doesn't seem unreasonable that he might have a cloak.
It does not. It does not.
Whereas I'll rock on over.
Okay. Is Vuva going to head with him as well?
Yeah, of course.
Cool.
Oh, I
River's going to abandon me. Go somewhere else.
No, I'm
So-
gonna go with you. Don't worry.
He sees you both approaching. Ruva, you'd know immediately this guy's a half elf. I don't know if Harold will notice that as not. You may notice he looks a bit human, but he seems a bit tall. He's pretty much the same height as you, which is peculiar. Because you're pretty tall. You're pretty tall, right? I'm not making that up.
I don't think I have ever mentioned my height.
Okay.
But you seem to have decided on a few occasions now that I'm pretty tall, so I guess I'm pretty tall.
I have a feeling
Well,
these
about the
people
same
are pretty
height
tall.
as you.
I think Anthony's also pretty tall, but
Anthony has been mentioned on a few occasions to be
also tall.
quite tall. I think
Okay,
you've said that I'm quite tall
yeah.
a few times, so I've just sort of gone with it now.
This guy's also pretty tall.
Never mind.
His ears
I'm
look a
quite
bit funny to you. Yeah, whether he knows he's a half elf or not is up to you.
I think I know he's a half elf, but after the whole dwarf incident, I've learned not to
You're just not gonna say
Yeah.
anything
to
about
mention these things. I'm going to keep my mouth shut. I've learned that sometimes discretion is the better part of valor, and valor is, in this case, pointing out people are short.
it. Okay.
Yeah.
So yeah, no, I'm a rock up and begin to inspect his wares or her wares. I didn't hear.
There's a he. There's a he.
Okay, his wares.
Ah, welcome,
Let's see.
welcome, good sirs. May I ask what you are looking for today, or are you just generally perusing?
It seems this shop sells enchanted. Is that the word?
Yeah, I
Howdy.
guess.
Of sorts.
Certainly do.
varieties.
That's what I specialise in: enchanted armors, clothings, you name it.
Cloaks, perhaps.
Certainly cloaks. What
Poison
kind of
resistant
thing-
cloaks, perhaps.
I think you mean acid, but okay.
Acid, same thing, similar.
That's not the same thing. but
Roughly
okay.
similar ballpark.
I mean, all
Roughly,
cloaks, all cloaks are poison resistant, really.
Yeah.
Can't
Fair
poison-
point.
Can't poison a cloak.
An extremely fair point,
But
Reva.
yeah, you say acid, and it's like, would you be heading to Destina Lagot by any chance?
Yeah.
Yes.
Quite possibly.
They're a bit less fancy than all this stuff. Motions to one of like the full plate armor sets with like red and fire on it and everything. But I've got plenty of stuff because a lot of people come through here to go there, obviously. So got plenty of acid resistant stuff if you come with me this way. And he kind of motions to you to just go around the corner a bit further back into the shop where there's a lot more slightly less fancy looking stuff.
So I'll follow.
hmm
Yeah.
So, what exactly are you looking at? I've got acid-proof armor. I've got acid-proof cloaks, acid-proof boots.
Cloak would be ideal. Quite a long cloak.
Long cloaks.
Be able to
okay.
be wrapped in, perhaps.
Have a look. Long for your height.
Large. Not dissimilar to the one I am currently wearing.
Yes.
But
yeah,
obviously-
exactly.
Acid proof, whereas this one is not.
Indeed.
Yeah.
Aha, yes, here we are. He gets out, there's a very dark green cloak, which kind of, when he puts it up into the light, it very slightly shimmers. Kind of shimmers a more light green, kind of, which it looks a
Bit
bit
visible
peculiar.
from a distance.
Yeah, yeah. So you see it. He holds it up, and it catches like the light from outside for a moment, and it kind of goes like bright green, and then the green ripples away, and it's a darker green again. It says this ought to do it. Try it on. Try it on. Try it on.
I suppose I certainly do. So I put it over my current cloak.
So it's
Obviously,
certainly
whilst I've got
the
my
right.
backpacks off and such.
Yeah, yeah. It's certainly the right like height and everything. It's a bit uncomfortable with both cloaks on, but it certainly
Right.
fits.
I mean, I don't want to get undressed in front of this man. That would be very abnormal.
Yeah, that's fair, but.
Changing room, but what's done is done.
See, just claps and yep, looks great on you. Definitely the right height. Yeah. Are you looking for something similar, sir, or are you just tagging along with this one?
I will also require an acid-resistant garment.
Very well.
If there's a mirror, Harold is posing in it in the background.
How tall is Ruva? I imagine Ruva's also
Also fairly tall, yes.
pretty tall. Yeah. Okay.
I'd say about 6'3".
Okay. Yeah. How tall's Tan? Tom, just out of interest.
Tan's pretty tall.
Yeah, I was gonna say you're all quite tall, aren't you?
We're just all tall.
See, is it the case that Anthony looks normal height? So,
Well, like in comparison, Anthony is the short one.
Yeah, maybe.
But she's always like bent. No.
This is true. But yes, so the man.
in my head, he was slightly hunched over Harold. I mean,
Fair. Yeah.
the
yeah,
cloak
y-
and
yeah.
everything.
Mhm.
I don't know. I imagine that's how a lizard would stand.
Yeah, no,
Well,
I know what you mean. But yes, this guy grabs another similar size cloak for you, and gives it to you
Nice.
again. Right size, works fine. He says, "Yeah, those both look great. Do you have any other allies that may require such items, or?"
How much are they? First off,
That's also a good question.
They are 7 gold.
Oh, okay. Very good. Yeah, we need 2 more of these. Also.
and then
2 more. Okay. Well, that's a pretty good. You know what? I'll give you the 4 of them for 25. How's that?
That's pretty good.
Now, let me know what are the what kind of sizes are your other 2 party members?
They're also quite tall.
Okay,
Yeah.
we'll just go the same size for them. You can always adjust
size.
it a little bit if needs be. So.
Yeah, that's a good,
I
very
won't.
good.
I will tactfully not mention that Anthony is a child, like I normally do.
He
We
Might
need,
be
this acid
warped
resistant,
size.
we need this acid-resistant cloak for a child.
Turn up
It's
and
sure
it's
to go
like-
down well.
we are taken with us
Covers
to
his
murder a
shoulder.
duke in another country.
I'm not going to mention the Duke thing. I've realised that that's a bad idea.
Yeah.
I mean, I was initially attempting to be coy about the acid thing before realising that there was only one. You would want an acid-proof cloak for.
Yeah.
Well, better be glad I didn't come with, otherwise we would have mentioned all that.
So,
So,
planning to kill a Duke.
but yeah. So you get the other 2 cloaks and says, "Yep." So that will be 25 gold then, please.
Which is that divided by 4.
12.5, and then half it again.
By 4.
6.25.
I'm assuming that the other 2 are going to be willing to pay, and I was just going to mark down. Cost.
I imagine so.
Sure, I guess they might not be. I mean, if that's the case, I guess we'll just
I
take them
just
back for a
saw I
refund.
just saw in Tom's thing, of course, and I was like, "Oh yeah, Tom wants it," and I was like, "Hang on, that's just his."
No, that's my
picture.
profile picture.
I was like, I don't remember text you writing coming up there. Yeah, wasn't that? But yeah, Tom and Chris, are you good for that?
Yeah, definitely.
Cool.
Chris hasn't responded,
He has
which
not.
is weird, but
Yes.
Tom answered
Acid
for him.
is quite bad.
It is.
How much is it? What's
Well,
it's
is
100
that
silver
6
to
gold,
gold,
2
isn't it?
silver, 5 copper?
10 silver to a gold.
Yes.
10 silver to a gold. So how much copper?
Right, it's 10 copper to a silver.
10 copper to a silver.
So it's 6 gold,
Oh,
2
silver.
copper, 5 silver.
Cool.
Other way round. 6 gold, 2 silver, 5 copper.
That's what you said.
I thought I said it the other way round, but cool. As long as you got what I meant.
Sorry, say that again.
6 gold,
5. Yep.
2
Yeah, it cost
silver,
6 gold.
5
6
copper.
silver.
6 gold, 2 silver,
2 silver.
5 copper.
Okay.
Silver, 5 copper. I think I now have 38 silver. Write this down clearer. And 155 gold.
So that's 25 copper then.
I'm actually burning through my money pretty
Yes.
fast. We should probably take a job at some point when we get to our next destination to...
Mm.
Or maybe we could see if there's any other jobs to like ship stuff like that.
I mean, we were heading... I guess we could find something that was on the way... Well, I guess we'd need to go back to collect the money though, wouldn't we?
Well, I was going to say, you could always look at the point to see if there's anything like super local which you could do to just get a quick buck. Like even this evening, like there might be some really,
I guess
really
we'll-
close jobs.
I don't know if there'll be any this afternoon, given that it's...
It's fine. I can pay for them all now if you want. If you're willing to pay me back.
Oh no, I can pay easily.
Maybe it's
Oh,
maybe
it's
just
just-
looking forward.
Oh, I
If
see.
we keep spending money at this rate,
It's fine. The
within
acid,
a few sessions.
the acid thing, it's fine for now. We can just take on like extra contracts to kill monsters.
yeah.
Yeah.
No, exactly.
Exactly.
I was suggesting that we might look at contracts that are on the road there, and when we
Mhm.
arrive at the next place we're heading to, turn them in there.
Yeah,
Yeah,
you,
that's-
you like some contracts won't be exclusive. They'll just be, if you kill this monster, bring this part of it to here, and we can give you money. So
It would seem prudent that if there's like bandits on the road that they want cleared, to make sense that at both ends
exactly,
you can turn it in.
Yeah.
So I guess you might have a look at that when you get back.
Well,
So yeah, you thank the guy. He thanks you for your purchases. And you both head off.
In cloak, abnormal, but not in a bad way.
Yeah. Can you both make me perception
Nothing from
checks, please?
Teen
Ah,
Plus.
first good roll of the session.
God damn it.
perception, which is 5, so 25, 23.
So, Ruva, if you knew what you were looking for, you would probably have seen this straight away. But you were not actually attacked by the World Enders, so you do not know the garb that they wore. Howard, on the other hand, does.
So
And
what's
does
where you
she-
cut out?
Which part did I cut out in? Okay, so...
Harold, on the other hand, does.
Yes. Howard, on the other hand, recognises the World
Yeah.
Ender's garb. Whereas Ruva doesn't, otherwise he probably would have noticed it too. Because he was not attacked by them. But yeah, you notice them, and you see two figures as you are leaving the stall, walking away to the left at like the end of the kind of street of shops.
Where are we on the map? Can you ping?
Okay, yeah, one moment. So, if I zoom in a little bit. So, you guys were here.
Oh, I thought we'd be at the Guild Members Bazaar. Fair enough.
Shoot, sorry, no, you would be. I completely forgot I put that
Okay.
there. So, yeah, you guys are... Let's just say you're here. And you've seen two of them just head off kind of this way.
Away from the Adventurers Guild behind us.
Yeah,
That sort of direction.
yeah.
So you and two.
Yeah, so they seem to be going that way. You're the you, they're the
Oh,
T.
okay.
Yeah.
Oh, you. Do they spot us?
They do not see you at all.
Alright, are you going to mention anything to me?
I'm going to, with as much, I'm not going to say anything, but with as much subtlety as I can actually feasibly manage,
Oh,
nudge,
Not
and
very
then sort of
yeah.
no, with more so than usual.
I see.
You know,
What is it, Harold?
I was just like, take note. I'll mention later, and then sort of,
And then what?
then we'll walk off,
Oh, okay.
slightly swiftly, perhaps usual.
Interesting.
Okay. So you just head back to the Adventurers Guild.
I mean, I was planning on loitering a bit, but not now I've seen that.
Okay.
Loitering can be a crime, Dan.
I don't know what the rules are here though.
Well, they're quite racist.
Children
I feel
are
like-
allowed in the
I feel
shop
like-
at once.
I feel like if loitering with intent is a law, then it would definitely apply racistly to us.
That's true. That's true.
Probably true. So you guys head back to the Adventurers Guild. It's not far.
Yeah.
And you see Tan sitting, waiting for you.
Yeah.
Oh, we're.
You're
Can
back.
we find a sort of?
Find a sort of...
Less crowded area in the place.
Your usual table's not occupied.
Nice. I was going
Yeah.
to mention now that the people I pointed out happen to be the same people that fired crossbows at us yesterday and killed the lying clerk.
Oh no.
Oh,
Yeah, we ran into them. Spotted them and swiftly moved in a different direction to the one in which they were headed.
are you sure you've not been followed?
Reasonably.
I feel like we might have noticed.
Okay.
I don't think they spotted us.
Yeah. Well, if they did, they didn't seem like it.
Well, let's hope so at least. Anyway.
It's fairly obvious where we'd be. I thought they saw us come in his building anyway.
Should we get some
Not
food?
exactly subtle, because I don't imagine we've seen many other lizard men around.
Yeah, that's true.
You have been hooded the whole
got a
time,
lizard
but
person, a cat person. Are there many of those in this town?
you've
That's true.
not seen any other Maya or lizard people,
Yeah, no,
and
exactly. So
Ruva's pretty much one of a kind, so no.
Not going to be any Necros. That's
No.
it.
And even
we can't exactly.
even Anthony's clothing and complexion is quite unique.
We're not exactly stealthy stealth.
No.
If they really wanted to find us and they saw our faces, they would be able to.
Hmm.
Stealthy we were.
Mm.
So you're gonna grab some food?
I suppose, yeah. Although I might suggest we take it to the room rather than eat it in the lobby.
I mean, I won't get any, but
I would also actually suggest that Ruva come with us
Anthony-
to the room just in case.
yes, also I will do.
Anthony went to... What was it he went to do?
Go sleep.
I went to
I
the
don't know.
room to
I
sleep.
Just
didn't say
went to
that.
leave. Just left.
To the room, one hopes?
To, I think the bathroom or something. I can't remember.
It's a lovely place in there. Got a wonderful night's sleep.
Good for you. Maybe we should
Recommend the
get
bar.
Recommend the bar. I'll take note.
Okay,
Quite
so,
as
yeah,
good as an authentic puddle, but close.
so those of you who get food, get food.
4 copper, wasn't it?
Yep.
Was that for a drink as well? I guess we're getting a drink.
Yeah, that's fine. We'll include that, that's fine. So yeah, full copper,
Bring
you
the
get your
total
stuff.
to 73.
Did you pay, Chris, did you pay Marie back for the food?
Marie didn't ask.
Okay, well,
Oh,
let's
so you
say
still
that
owe her.
off screen, Marie asked.
Ah. How much do I owe then?
Just the
Four.
4 for breakfast.
4 copper, I thought it was, or 3. I can't remember which.
I mean, I assume he bought a drink when he was speaking to Marie, so we'll
It's
say
fair,
so.
that's fair. I mean, she did. The conversation will only take place if he was drinking, I thought.
Non-alcoholic
strange for
was
that.
her.
It's not alcoholic.
Was her.
Non-alcohol. I thought when I heard you say like
Yeah.
only if it's alcoholic. And
I
was
thought
like,
I may have cut
okay.
out there because you were like, what? And I was like, hey, you heard me wrong, but I'm not going to correct him.
I was slightly perplexed, but decided not to say anything because I thought that was going somewhere.
No. Sorry to disappoint you.
I
But
mean,
yeah,
I'm not disappointed. If anything, I'm relieved.
so yeah, you guys head back up to the room.
Is Ruva coming? Like I suggested.
Yeah,
I believe so, yeah.
I feel like Ruva's. I like Ruva. Ruva's cool.
Yeah.
I consider Ruva to be a friend at this point.
That's good. You
Super
two have,
fast.
yeah, you've bonded a bit, so.
All it took for me to bond with the other two was running away from a racist mob.
This is true.
There's nothing that
Probably
bonds
quite a bonding
friends
experience.
than
Mhm.
Running away from racist together.
Would be.
It would be.
Imagine.
So yeah, you guys head back to the room and eat your food.
Lovely. Assorted meat, my favourite.
Are you talking about anything in particular, or just kind of eating and chatting in general?
I'll mention the running in air quotes to Anthony.
Anthony's asleep.
To be honest, I probably knocked loudly and announced myself in order to try and not surprise you. So I don't know if you would have slept through that.
Up to Anthony.
Well, Anthony, I'm going to say Anthony's pretending to be asleep.
It's fair.
Okay. So Anthony continues to pretend to be asleep, so you just enter, I guess. Would you
Fair.
try and warn him then, or?
When he wakes up, Anthony's been missing a lot of sleep recently, and I'm very concerned about this.
Okay, yeah, so you're going to let him sleep.
Don't know if like humans don't have to sleep. I thought they did, but I don't know.
Me
Anthony's
too.
seemingly proving me wrong. He's
Yeah.
the only human I'm on like.
Any terms with, really.
So maybe he's not even human. I'm scared to ask.
We need to get him on a proper sleep schedule.
It's true. It's true. I think we should plan an intervention of sorts, but not now.
Yeah.
You might not know this about Anthony, but he seems to get very little sleep.
Yeah,
So that on nights are much shorter than I remember. One of the two.
So you decide not to wake up Anthony. You guys eat your food.
I'm just glad to see him taking care of himself.
You gonna do anything else before bed, or?
There's a bath.
There is the bath.
There
That
is the
is the
bath. I don't think I need a bath. If that's what you're thinking.
Before I sleep in it, it would be difficult if I went to sleep first for someone to follow. And by difficult, I mean I would be extremely perturbed and confused and worried and concerned by what they were trying to do.
Yeah.
Well, I'm alright.
Suppose organize a schedule between the people we have here.
Yeah.
I
Does Ruben need to
suppose,
sleep?
though we're only going to be here one this night.
I do sort of. Like
He's-
I have to become inanimate, but I'm still conscious.
He's in sentry
So you
mode, so you
would-
can still see.
Yeah.
Okay, so we can like Naruva can sort of sit in the middle of the room and alert us in the event of something going wrong, or would that not be okay with Naruva?
I guess it's okay with River.
Yeah, I did say yes.
That'd be okay. Cool.
Okay, we just
Yeah.
missed it.
I didn't.
No, sorry, my microphone isn't great.
That's fine. So
I
you
can-
guys get ready for bed.
Prepare the bath.
Her bath. All that good stuff. Tanatha gets to. Well, Tanatha probably hides in the bathroom first to get changed.
Oh,
Was
yeah.
before you go
imagining.
in the bath. And yeah, you all go to sleep. Or
I
inverted
use
commas
my
sleep.
regular cloak to cover the bath. I'm putting my other one in my backpack for
Yes.
now. My acid.
Oh yeah,
one.
I guess you give the others their cloaks and distribute the money accordingly.
Oh
as
yeah,
well.
we also do that. I would lay the other one over where Anthony's sleeping, but
Mhm.
I don't know if that's like a health hazard or some such. I don't know what they put on that. Like,
Yeah, fair.
should have. He seemed very friendly.
Hmm.
Yeah.
So, the early hours of the night pass without incident.
For kind of way they pass.
There's still a faint snoring coming from the bathroom, and a purring coming from one of the beds. Yeah, peculiarly not much sound coming from Anthony.
Not much sound coming from. Oh,
Anthony, but
Ah,
humans
so-
must have
okay.
changed a bit over the last couple of hundred years, and you don't really notice because you're not usually in rooms with them when they're sleeping.
That's true.
It's a good thing Anthony's the only human on the team. Most of us don't have much experience with it.
The rest of us are just like, I don't know what to do about this.
And the rest of us are like, I guess it's weird, but I suppose I don't talk to humans very often, so maybe they just don't sleep anymore, I guess? I don't know.
Yeah, maybe.
So yeah, make me a perception roll, Aaron.
Oh. This is gonna go super well like it
I
did
seem
last
to remember my adopted mum and dad sleeping, but I don't know. Maybe they were just weird.
time. I got... What the
Did you get?
A 9.
A 9.
Hmm.
Okay.
Oh god, I hate everything.
So,
Life is pain.
early hours of the
Wow.
morning. And suddenly, there's a loud bang. The door flies open. And 2 figures clad in black with knives jump in and
Oh no.
immediately attack.
I'd
The
like
first-
to mention I'm still pretending to be asleep.
Yeah, I'm well aware you're pretending to be asleep.
Do you actually not need to sleep then?
No.
Oh, okay.
Except when he's passed out drunk.
Yeah, that's true.
That was
Yeah.
less voluntarily sleeping and more like.
Who are they attacking then?
So they're gonna
Everyone.
attack. to
Do
be
they? I assume they get like a surprise round. Or,
Yeah, they've
or
got
so.
surprise round. So
Oh.
I suppose I heard the putting on of armor in the other room. I've heard this.
yeah, you hear that. You all hear them burst in. You all wake up.
I suppose I like, yeah.
What's your AC, Aaron?
Let's go with medium armor 1, which would give me 17.
17. Yeah. So these
Me armor,
guys, it still gives him up to +2 dex as well. I think, doesn't it?
Yeah.
So these guys do not expect you to be sitting there in the middle of the room, and so they go for you, but their daggers just scrape across your metal torso and don't really do much.
At this point, the assassin. What, is there a robot in here?
Excuse me, who this person like quite up asleep? What's going on here?
Yeah,
And like standing upright in the middle of the room? What?
just staring at the
There would
door.
be 3 sleeping people in this room, not a knight waiting for us.
What's going on?
Yeah, roll initiative.
Was there a
though.
leak?
Do we roll initiative
You
there?
do, yes.
This is.
I'm
Nice.
I'm combat ready.
I'm
Harold is also
incredibly combat unready
combat ready from the 20 there.
because I take my armor off before I go to sleep.
Oh, I know. I made
Sure
sure
you
to
do.
mention that.
Yeah, I always do that.
Yeah.
It's
I mean, you've
cool.
still
I mean,
got a decent dex, haven't you?
I'm the frontline boy now.
Yeah.
Well,
need to
I don't even wear
recalculate
armor.
my AC.
Do I wear armor? I have leather armor.
Not quite sure what my AC would be without.
I mean,
Oddly,
I wear my
oddly,
skin when I sleep, so.
Yeah.
Oddly, my AC includes my proficiency bonus.
Yeah, yours is odd.
It's odd. I feel like we might have to retcon that later because I feel like later on it'll just be ridiculous. But
Yeah.
What's your AC, Aaron?
17.
Oh, actually, yeah, because your proficiency modifier increases with level, doesn't it?
Yeah. So, can I have the other 2 initiative rolls, please?
Oh, we all rolling initiative.
Yeah.
Yeah.
Right, okay.
Well, who else? Who would it be if not?
Like you said, you are awake, so...
Would it just be Aaron and the enemies rolling initiative?
So assuming I don't increase,
8.
Oof. You'd got so used to pretending to sleep that... Yeah. Okay, so the order is... Harold is up first.
What's armor class for me?
What's your dexterity modifier?
+1.
So it's 11.
Ooh. Oh.
And then I also got a shield.
And you've got shield. So
So
if you manage to grab your
13.
shield, it's 13. That is going to have to be your first action, though.
Yeah, that was my plan.
Cool. So it's Harold, then it's the enemies, then it's Ruva, then it's Tanitha, and then it's Antony.
let's see.
Harold, you hear a
Yeah,
bang.
I mean,
you jump
I
up.
heard a
I couldn't start, or they returned to stab.
shout that. There is an attempted stab.
Attempted stab in progress. Harold, assist.
Harold has heard this warning.
After momentarily fighting with your cloak, because you're like, there's an attacker. They're trying to smother me. Oh wait, it's all good.
Spring out of the bath.
Mhm.
Scoop up the rapier and the shield. I imagine I'll leave the longbow. I don't imagine it'll have a great deal of utility in
Probably
this
not.
environment.
Mhm.
Probably leave the. Yeah, it's like, sorry, I'll be with you in a minute. I just need to put on my 2 quivers and my bow and my backpack.
Yeah.
No, I'd scoop up the rapier, shield, and cloak.
Mhm.
Spring out of the bathroom, ready for action.
Okay. Yeah. Gathering all that stuff.
What is the room?
Be...
Do I get one of them in the side or?
So there's just about space for 2 people between the beds.
Okay.
So
Because if they were expecting 3 sleeping people, there's already been a night, and now a 4th person is sprung out of the bathroom.
of the bathroom, yes.
so.
This is not what they're expecting at all. So you can get next to Ruva. You can't attack this round because you had to pick up a lot of stuff and get out the door and everything. So you cannot attack now, but you're ready to. Ready to go.
Enemy boys.
So
yes.
do I do an attack, or was getting out of the room?
Picking up all your stuff and getting to the.
Or just my sword and shield and
Fine.
cloak?
Yeah, well, that's
Yeah,
quite a bit of stuff.
Yeah, no, I know. I get you.
So
I'm just making sure I'm not carrying my my bone javelins either.
yeah, no, you don't got that stuff, but you've got your sword, your shield, and your cloak. But yeah, you've got all that ready. You're ready to attack, but you cannot attack just yet.
That's fair. I suppose I'll spring out of the room and then
Yeah,
I want to help my new friends
you're kind
and
of
my
like,
old friends. Well, my new old friends, my old new friends even.
Yeah, them. So these guys are going to are gonna attack again. They're not gonna go for the big metal guy in front of them. And actually, they're not gonna go for the scaly lizard thing, which is also.
There's a samurai that's half wearing a cloak and has sprung out of the room with a sword and shield, screaming
It's got
bloody
the
murder.
cloak on backwards.
I can still easily see that there was some slight mishap when I was putting it on.
They're actually going to try and dive past you, which will give you both attacks of opportunity to try and attack the others who are still.
I don't have my weapon out.
Oh well, I mean, I guess you can try punch.
It'll do 1 damage.
Better than nothing. Better than nothing.
That's true. I guess it's no. I don't have a strength bonus.
No. So if you both roll me that first. Oh my god!
Nat 20.
2 natural 20s.
Whoa!
I don't think I hit that.
Yeah, you don't hit. You're kind
I'm
of like
still-
flip my
I'm-
weapon.
I'm-
Oh, he's going. Oh, damn it.
Harold has been called to action and he will respond.
Okay, roll me damage, Harold.
Or righty ho. So it's 1d8 plus 5, and I'm only wielding one weapon, so it's plus 2 as well.
Yep.
Do I do anything else?
D8 plus 7.
It's an attack of opportunity, isn't it? So I can't do a bonus action as
No,
well.
you cannot.
8 plus 5 plus 2. 2 plus 5 plus 2, so 7, 8, 9. 9.
So 9 times 2, 18. So yeah, you get a pretty good stab into the side of this guy.
I didn't roll higher, but yeah.
Yeah, but still, you know.
Roll, I can't complain.
No, exactly. Pretty good. So they dive past you both in an attempt to attack the others with
I'd spring out the room and immediately slash one.
their knives slicing.
Long old gash along its side, I imagine.
Yeah. So what is your AC currently, Anthony?
9?
Sorry, Harold. No, Anthony. I do mean Anthony.
That was my AC.
Yeah.
My AC is 11.
Okay. So
Oh, dear.
you are just about getting up, but you're kind of caught in the colours. One of these guys catches you.
Ah, yay.
For 6 points of slashing damage.
Oh, yay.
And again, Tan, this is one of your like worst situations, as being caught without your armor. But again, luckily you only just get caught by one of them.
Whew.
For 8 points of damage, though.
Okay.
Yeah. Just as like just as you're diving towards your shield, just catches like your leg or something. But yeah.
Right.
And then as soon as they're in, they're gonna both disengage and leg it out the door.
Me and...
Yeah, didn't they just attack
Yeah, they disengaged though.
as well?
Mm-hmm. They're rogue assassins, so they can do that.
Or they can disengage as a bonus action.
Mm-hmm.
Like I could.
Like you
Or
could,
now,
exactly.
though. Or are they...
Wait, so they've run
Sorry,
in,
yeah.
they've run
They've
in,
run in,
and-
stab, disengaged. They're still in the room for now.
Yeah, they're
Oh,
Because
by
I couldn't go far when I disengaged.
no,
so
they
they're
are
like...
they are by the
Because they-
door.
Yeah, okay,
Okay.
which is where we are.
They are
Another
trying to
bonus
get
action
out, but
dash.
yeah, they couldn't
I
dash
thought
as
Aaron
well.
or Ruva was sort of positioned in front of the door.
it is.
Oh yeah, but they still had to
Acting
get
as a-
in through the door. So
I'm using my.
Yeah, no,
spell-
but he's sort of blocking them immediately.
yeah.
Oh, actually, all right. So there's a is there a corridor
Yes,
down to the
you've got a corridor, then you've got the stairs.
how long would you say?
It's
Ollie.
it's pretty big. It's probably about
How
It's
long?
probably
Yeah,
is
like
like-
how long?
at least
Yeah.
like 20 feet long.
Okay. All right. And there's no other way out.
There is no, unless they jumped out a window.
Okay.
Which
Wow.
you
Floor are
wouldn't
we
put
on? I thought
past
we were
them,
on-
but-
I thought we were on the 3rd floor or something, but I don't know if I pulled that out of nowhere.
You did, but you may well be. But you know, they still could
Okay.
technically jump out a window.
Yeah, I know.
I cast spike growth on the corridor outside.
Nice.
Um,
What does that look like?
it's made out. Is this made out of wood or stone?
This is wood.
Okay, so it sort of, well, the entire corridor sort of warps and twists with gnarled fingers of wood coming out at every angle as they're trying to sprint towards it.
Nice.
And it's what? They assume it doesn't see it, so it's not camouflaged.
Yeah.
It has like a weird rule where if they see it while it's being formed, then they can see it, but if they can't, then they wouldn't be able to see it.
Yeah. So they don't see it.
And right, also, second thing I'm going to do, Chris, Anthony's just been stabbed, correct?
Correct.
Healing word time. Do a d4. You get 6 HP back, Chris.
Hey, that's exactly how much I lost.
That's pretty good.
Right.
And I
So, yeah.
guess I also draw my scimitar.
Cool. So yeah, Ruva draws his scimitar, starts doing speaking and stuff, and you know,
I guess everyone else can't really see the corridor turning
yeah,
horrific.
you can't really see that, but you know, his little
I'm
glowy
focused
thing
entirely on the
around.
people that just stabbed friend Anthony.
Yes, exactly,
Yeah.
and also friend Tan.
I thought 10 avoided it.
No,
Oh,
Oh, I'm staring at them as well. I'm unhappy.
yeah,
this isn't a good time. It's true.
could have been worse. Good thing.
It could have been worse, but I mean they're running away now, so.
Yeah, like we did not expect this.
Oh God, what's happening? Ah!
Yeah. Okay, so yeah, next up is Tanitha.
So sad that I don't get minor illusions there.
Wow, this is quite a bad situation.
You could say that.
You're fine.
Because I don't have my armor.
Nope.
Yep.
I also haven't prepared any spells because I've not had time to prepare spells.
This is true.
Do paladins? I don't know
Yeah.
how spellcasting works. with
I have to
paladins.
prepare spells, yeah. And my shield is well, that's where all my spellcasting stuff is anyway.
hmm
And that's probably the most important thing to me right now.
Probably.
Get my shield. So I'm gonna dive for it.
Okay.
I mean, they're
Make
running away, so you don't have to. I don't think you have to worry too much.
Make me an athletics or acrobatics roll.
Yes. What's my... Okay, that's fine.
Yeah,
Jesus.
you've
I,
had this dream multiple times, and just maybe, who knows, maybe you just lucid dream, maybe it's some level of divine intervention. You'll probably believe it's the second one. You just managed to dive straight to the shield and grab it and get it on in one swift fluid motion.
oh, Felly, help me, I'm not gonna die today.
You do still get cut on the leg, but you know, you barely feel it.
Of all the places to roll a natural 20, this was one of the most useless ones.
No, it's decent.
Yeah, it's
Not for a
it's all
20.
right. But yeah, so you've got your shield.
In the perception roll in the bar when we're seeing if we noticed Aaron would have been a way more useless place to get an at 20.
The
Is all
people
I'm saying.
the people are heading out the door. Do you want to try and pursue them?
I don't think I can do anything because getting out a shield on is an action.
Yeah, but you still get your movement. You couldn't attack them, but you could like move to chase after them.
Yeah, because then if you move to right next to them, then you get an opportunity attack when
They move.
When
Yeah.
they move, yeah. And they're already at risk of getting spikes all over them, so.
Yeah.
How far away are they?
They're literally like less than 5 feet.
We're in a room, like we're in a small room, I don't think.
Yeah.
Yeah, I mean, there was apparently only enough space for 2 people between the beds.
Yeah.
Oh gosh. Okay, yeah, a bit smaller room than I thought it was.
The room's
No,
actually the
Tom.
size of a football pitch.
Go on, Tom. I mean, Tanitha.
Yeah,
Armator.
I'm gonna get to them. I'm gonna run over to them,
Okay.
brandishing my claws, but can't attack yet.
Alright.
Indeed. Okay. Finally, Anthony.
It's been a roller coaster of emotion for you right now, Anthony.
I mean, I've been stabbed, so I've been healed, and then the people who did it ran away.
Yeah, you feel a sharp pain in your leg. That have you taken damage before?
Yeah.
Yeah, no, because he was holding off
Never in my life.
with the
I
lying
don't-
cloak,
I
remember?
just I don't let people know that I've taken damage.
Oh
Although
yeah.
they did find out this time. But I'm gonna since all the enemies ran out, right? All the enemies.
Yeah.
2 of them.
They're
two
like
of them.
in the door, but yeah.
I'm gonna make a show of ow that hurt. Oh god, I've never felt pain like this before. Thank God
What,
you hit me,
make
or
them-
I'd be
make-
dead.
We're gonna have a really
Make me
warped view of our
persuasion.
competence.
Persuasion or
Take it away.
performance?
Yeah, well, that's a good thing. It means they'll send weaker people to take us down.
5 plus.
Is there not any sort of bonus because he has actually just been stabbed?
plus 3.
8. Maybe you,
I don't know about you, but I'd find it pretty easy to act like I'm hurt if I've just been stabbed in the leg.
That is true.
mm,
Maybe
It's not like he's
be-
entirely acting.
maybe we believe that he's hurt, but we don't believe he's hurt the amount that he's saying that he
Yeah.
is.
So yeah.
it's clear that he's injured, but you're like, it seems a bit over the top. We'll discuss this later, but yeah.
He's milking it. Alright, I guess. What else are you going to do? Is that it?
Always that it, yeah.
That's it.
Okay. And then,
Unless he's
Harold-
doing the faking after Aaron has very clearly healed him, in which case it's like,
I am.
He is.
Harold.
Harold, it is you.
oh well, I'm gonna stab a dude.
Okay.
Is the one that I got on the first turn like bloodied?
No.
Don't-
No.
We wouldn't be given enemies that could be like 2-hit killed by our party, dude.
I mean, it was just quite. That's not what bloodied would mean though.
Yeah, would it? Because bloodies is blow half, so it'd be 2-hit kill.
It'd be
He did
4
get a
hit kill
crit,
because I
so-
crit.
I mean, no, to be fair, because you did roll low damage, so...
4 hits to crit. 4 hits to kill didn't seem unreasonable to me.
I don't know.
As
There's only 2 of them as well, so it's like that would be what, like a couple of rounds of combat.
Yeah.
Because there's 4 of us, so it'd be 4 on one, 4 on the other.
it's true, but also most of us were sleeping. In fact, all of us were sleeping. Or -1.
-2.
So not all of us.
This is more complicated than it should be. I must
Either way,
Just attack
Dad,
the
just
guy.
stab him. Stab him.
8 plus 13. It is 13. It's not plus 13.
It's not a hit, unfortunately.
Oh, damn. At
These
least you get your
guys
bonus action
are...
this time.
They're definitely humans, but they are incredibly agile. They're like... kind
all
of like
my
using the...
bonus action stuff is limited use,
It
so I don't want
is,
to use it
yeah.
yet.
Yeah, don't worry about that stuff. But yeah, no, these guys are kind of like... They use like the walls, and they're spinning and ducking, and it is still dark, and they're wearing dark clothes. It's hard to see them. Like you have got like lights on in the... Like you've got fires, but it's like it's hard to see them. So, you know, you nearly get him. You're close, but he just moves his head out of the way the last second.
Right.
Okay.
What do they do then, I guess, Ollie?
It is their turn. They are still
I guess-
running.
Are they going to disengage again?
So yeah, they disengage again. Head out the door.
Are they going to run down the corridor?
They are, but only after throwing a couple of throwing knives at you guys.
Couple of what?
Couple of those?
Throwing knives.
Oh no.
So they just throw it at whoever's closest. So they're just gonna throw one at Tanitha and one at Harold.
Let's see.
They do not hit Tanitha. They do hit
Can I try and
Harold.
catch it?
What's their modifier then?
+5, no, hang on, sorry, +3.
Since it was a 1, can I try and catch
It was
it?
a 17, right?
It,
Oh, it's 18. Oh, in which case it hits.
it doesn't hit me.
It hits you. It doesn't damage you.
No, exactly, because equal is resolved
Yeah.
in favour of the
Exactly.
player. I thought.
Yeah.
Yeah, there we go. So I'm
Ah.
fine as well.
Yeah, no, I thought it was 17,
well,
not 18. My bad.
What are they?
So-
If it was 17, I would still be fine. In fact, I would more definitely. be
+3,
fine.
so you wouldn't be fine. But
Since it was a 1, can I try and catch the one that was thrown at me?
yeah, make me an acrobatics roll.
7.
Yeah, it doesn't work, unfortunately. You kind of hit it as you go to grab it, but you just kind of you hit it. You don't grab it.
So, Ollie, how far down? Are they going to run the whole way down?
They're gonna try. So they are gonna come into contact with the thorns.
Well, no. It's based on how far they go down the corridor.
Oh,
The
okay.
damage of this. It's for how far they move in the terrain?
Well, they would be going as far as possible, which is 30 feet.
Oh, so all 20
So
feet.
all 20 feet.
Alright, cool.
So what does
Oh,
that
wait, no,
do?
oh shit, that's the wrong one. No, that's,
Not
that
quite.
was incorrect. It's 84, not 88. Jesus
Okay.
Christ. It's still 18 damage to both of them, so...
Yes. Yeah, they just hear kind of shouting and cursing as they head out down the.
If they get, like,
I
scratched
had
on the
actually
door.
picked up my bow.
Yeah, I guess.
Um.
Oh, it's also difficult terrain, so I guess they only move at half speed.
Yes,
I mean, they'd still get through it. It would just,
they would just be harder.
I guess, they're just not that far away,
Yeah.
outside of the corridor. I guess. I don't...
You then hear a smash behind you.
Oh.
And if everyone can make me a dex save.
Roger.
Oh my gosh, Dan.
Harold is on the ball.
Harold is like
8.
super hyperactive.
Harold has been woken up.
320s.
His friends are in danger. He is not a happy
Oh,
chappy.
finally a good roll.
Nice.
13.
Okay, so everyone aside from Anthony, who's still just like, the pain, no,
Still milking it.
is alright, but you hear a smash in the window, and through the door you see another vial of alchemist's fire.
Oh, for God's sake.
Oh no!
Come in and
So
almost in
damaged.
slow motion, crash open on the floor, and the room just goes up. Or the floor does anyway. I don't think your stuff does. Or if you grab your stuff quickly it won't, but the room is
I'm
on
not
fire.
staying here any longer. Even if I am exhausted, even if I'll be exhausted by the end of this.
So
So they're burning the guild down.
Man, they really don't like us.
I mean,
How much damage do I take, Ollie?
you take 1 damage, everyone else takes none, I'm gonna say, because you've got your fire resistant rings. Actually, Ruva also takes 1.
Oh no, this is super bad.
Why?
Because my armor is just in a burning building now, and so is my sword, and I'm not going to be able to get it.
I mean, I
It
can
takes me 10 minutes to get in.
I can control water, but that requires us to have water.
Bath was filled because I.
Oh,
This is true.
right.
I mean, I'm going to be opening the door because I want to get my backpack that I keep everything overnight in.
That's fair. All right. I'm gonna use. I mean, are we still limited by the action economy actually for this?
You are.
Okay. Whose turn is it?
How much
it's
fire
not-
is there
Oh,
actually?
actually, if
Because
it's just after, if it's just after their turn, it's my turn.
It is your
so-
turn anyway. What were you saying, Dan?
how much fire is there before I decide to get my stuff? Because like, if the entire floor is ablaze,
The floor is burning. The beds are not yet burning, so you can get past.
yeah. But like, is it reasonable that I could run in, pick up my backpack,
Yeah.
put it on my? Because everything's in there.
What I'm gonna do.
Definitely still get your stuff.
I'm gonna use. Oh, what's it? Shape water, I think it's called.
Yeah.
Yeah.
The door will be left open as well because I busted
Yeah,
it
the
out. I
door's
didn't
open.
close
That's
it
how the
after me.
alchemist fire came in.
Yeah, and I'm gonna.
No, the door to the bathroom.
Yes,
I'm gonna
that's
spread-
how the alchemist
I'm
fire came in.
They
Oh, I'm
have-
super
is there a window in the
confused.
bathroom?
They
I
usually.
didn't know that.
Ah.
Anyway, yes, I'm going to use shape water.
Mm-hmm.
Put the water from the bath onto the floor where the fire is.
Cool.
That's it for now. I'm
Yeah.
also gonna make sure I'm not in the fire.
Yep, you're not in the fire.
Yeah,
You
I
do
mean,
so.
I don't know if it still. I don't know if it still burns in water, but I guess the water will still be there either way.
Yeah, so you smother it. It's definitely been reduced, but the fire is still definitely there. But you can easily move past it now. It's not blazing,
I see.
so it is.
Is
It has
that
been.
the water? Is the water like gone, or is it?
The water's still there for now. It's slowly evaporating.
Okay. Cool.
So yeah, the fire has been
Well,
inconvenienced for a while.
I have a plan then.
Okay. Next up, Tanitha.
Oh gosh. Is the hmm. Yeah, right. This is pretty bad.
Tom, it's fine. I'll save everything.
There's two untruthful, scary people getting away.
Yeah, I'm gonna slash at them with my claws.
They've already ran down the corridor, Tom.
What?
They've gone down the corridor.
I can catch up.
Yeah, I guess I need to. I mean, I would have ended concentration on the spell because of the water thing. So
Yes, so that would have gone.
There's no spikes there anymore.
So you bound down the corridor after them.
Even if there were spikes, they were still just gone anyway.
Yeah.
Yeah, but I mean, it would have been more painful.
Shield surf.
How far are they away? Because if they're more than 30 feet, I can go for that.
You can still catch up with them, can't you? No, they're because they were half their speed, so they're actually probably only about 20 feet away at this point.
Pah, easy.
Yeah. So you catch them.
Alright. I'm gonna tackle him, slash him with my like the one on the left, I suppose.
Okay.
Tackle him and tackle him to the ground.
Mm-hmm.
Slash him with my claws, and then I'm just gonna slam my shield down on his face.
Okay, make me a attack roll. Just for attempting
Yeah,
to tackle him.
I'm gonna use my inspiration on this one.
Yeah, go for it.
Just as like do that. I'm gonna say that before I do it because I know it's gonna go wrong.
Hello there.
18.
Nice. So yeah, you tackle this guy to the ground. I guess I should technically do an opposed strength. Oh.
What?
Yep. Opposed strength, but no, that's fine. You tackle him, and he's knocked over. So you can now attack him with your claws with advantage because you've pinned him down.
Yes. With advantage. Bam, bam.
Well, that's a hit.
23.
Good thing
Let's
you had the
get rid of
advantage.
that natural one.
Yep.
For 5
5
damage.
Nice. So yeah, you just start kind of scratching away.
So I was gonna bash my shield in his face, hopefully try and knock him unconscious.
Yeah. Just make me another attack roll. You do advantage on this one as well. To be fair. Okay, again.
Ooh, good.
Another hit. So you bonk him. That will do. Just
If you don't kill him, we can
question him later.
Question him later. Yeah. I mean, if you're bashing the shield, that's not necessarily.
Okay, he's still conscious for now, but less conscious perhaps than he was.
Is his buddy still running away?
You cannot see because you are focused on him.
Okay.
Currently, he was when you tackled him. Then he kind of went into frenzy mode, so you haven't really paid any heed to what he is doing. Okay, Anthony.
I'm just checking the definition of a spell.
That's all right.
No, there it is.
You got it, Chris?
Just give me a second. Stay.
You're a bit quiet again.
Sorry, I was looking down at my lap of the book.
Okay,
So.
that's fine then. What spell is it?
Prestidigitation. I was wondering if I could use that to make a loud enough warning there's a fire. to
Oh, that's a
alert.
good idea, actually.
Yeah, you probably could, yeah.
Cool, I'm going to cast Prestidigitation in a way that's totally not obvious that I can use magic.
Well, I'm not there, so
As sort
we're
of
gonna have to worry about
scream,
me.
Fire!
Yeah.
There's a fire in the
I'm glad that we removed the vines from the corridor.
Yeah. Yeah, nice, you do so. And after a few moments you do start to hear, I mean, you kind of heard moving around and stuff anyway because of all the commotion, but like more so.
I'd also like to grab my pack of stuff and sort of move it away from everything that's
Yeah,
burning.
that's fair. Yeah, it has kind of calmed down a bit at this point, but yeah. Okay. Back up to the top. The guy who you are fighting, Tom, is
Yep.
going to try and get you off. So if you can make me a strength roll, you'll do opposed strength. You don't need to beat much. You tied, so that means it's in your advantage, so you just about managed to keep him down. But his buddy does come back and
Yeah.
try and get you. Which he does manage to do on both occasions. So you take 11 points more slashing damage.
Oof.
As this other guy just charges at you and just tries to get you off his friend's back.
Alright, this isn't good.
And one final guy jumps through the door after the water from the bathroom to take a couple of swings as well. Who would be closest to the bathroom at this point in time?
Maybe me?
In last time I did an action, I was near the door, the front door.
Yeah, you were going towards the bathroom, but you're not there
I was
yet.
angling to go back to the bathroom, but I
you
don't know
haven't
if I've started doing that
So-
yet.
Sorry, that's the wrong dice. So yeah, it again does the same thing as the others. Comes in, says, "I'll flip metal person when I'll attack it anyway," and does nothing. So yeah, you know, you're good.
Yeet.
Okay, so
Same
who is
garb and
this?
everything as the others.
Oh, this is a third
It's just
person.
the third attacker, yeah.
Where are they in the room?
They're standing next to the bathroom door that they just came out of and attacking Ruther.
Right. Irritating.
Yeah, a little bit. Your guy's turn.
Wasn't it? Wait. It's the same initiative order.
It's your
My
turn.
turn.
Yeah, it's me specific. No, you're before the enemies.
Yeah, you've been.
Oh wow.
Yeah.
Still on time.
So there's one attacker in
Hang
the
on,
room.
sorry, did I
thought
skip
Aaron
Dan?
did something with... No, you skipped me because Aaron did the thing with the water
Yeah.
thing.
Well, you can just have your turn
Yeah,
now.
I skipped you. Right, okay. Dan,
Hey.
do what you were going to do.
Mash past the dude who's just suddenly
The
come
dude
out of
isn't
the
there
bathroom.
yet, so... Yeah,
I want to go into the bathroom, get my stuff, and get out the bathroom.
okay. You do so. There's a dude there.
Is he? Is he like climbing in the window?
He's already in the window.
Is he? Can I pick up my stuff in one thing and run without an attack of opportunity?
No, but he'll probably miss.
I guess I'll do that then.
You haven't taken any damage yet.
Pick up my stuff. That's why I capitulated to you.
Yeah, he misses. He
Alright,
doesn't
well, I've got my
expect
stuff
someone to
and
charge
I'm out of
back
there.
in here, so yeah,
I'm bracing for a fight, and then I just pick up a backpack and I'm out of there.
yeah,
Stuff in it, for the record.
yeah, of course.
I keep it all in one place so I can easily access it in the morning.
I mean, yeah, I figured you probably did.
Yeah.
Okay, so yeah, now it's Vuva.
Okay. So there's one attacker boy in this room.
Yeah, and there's two that are being attacked by Tanitha,
Okay.
that I imagine you might be having help.
Yeah.
Yeah.
Oh, alright, I'll just try and keep... When's my next turn going to be after who?
It will
The
be
enemies.
after Anthony.
Well, yes, yeah, no.
Cool.
Not
I'll
me.
pay attention for Anthony's next turn then.
Right.
So yeah, you again.
Okay, so how far away from me is the guy?
He's literally right in front of you. He just attacked you with
Oh, he
daggers.
attacked me.
Yeah.
Yeah.
We say
Um,
attacked. You know. Dinked.
Interesting. Okay. Is Dan within 5 feet of the target?
He is.
Oh, fuck.
Oh, he, you know, he is, unfortunately.
To be fair, if there's more than one person in the room, they're probably within 5 feet of the target.
Yeah.
That's true.
Yeah,
Damn
even
it.
if Dan wasn't, then, Anthony
If I
would be,
wasn't, you probably...
Oh, yeah.
So,
I'm just thinking of what I want to use.
Yeah.
Okay.
Don't kill me.
I'm not gonna kill you. There'd just be a tiny little bit of 2d6s of ice damage.
Please don't do that.
he's cold-blooded, he can't take that.
That's true.
Maybe I should swap my badge with Aaron's.
Yeah. Oh, right.
Actually, maybe that is an idea. Hmm.
That's true. That is a good point. Alright, I'm gonna use the spell Primal Savagery.
Okay.
This guy's already a little bit shocked that he's stabbed me and it's done nothing.
Yep.
He's come in, everything's on fire, and his friends have fallen
Gone.
off. However, now I'm gonna bite him. We'll see whether it works. I hope this works. It didn't. Great.
I mean,
Cool.
you've got
Oh, I guess I do
if
actually.
you want to use it.
I've got wild inspiration.
That's what I meant. Yeah.
Yeah. Sure.
That's a hit.
Should hopefully hit. Okay, cool. Right, so I sink my teeth into him.
Mhm.
And do 9 acid damage.
Ooh.
Yeah, no.
This
I
is
in-
an
I inject
interesting development.
I pump in acid brewed within the depths of my alchemy equipment in my stomach.
Especially your teeth just open up and there's like all needles and.
Yeah,
That's
I get. I'm
awful.
like,
Please
yeah,
don't even say that.
yeah.
The mouth just unhinges all
Nightmares
the way
now.
and just like.
Yeah.
Why did
I
think
wasn't
of
like
that?
I might be a druid, but that doesn't mean like I can still be a horror druid.
Yeah.
I
Yeah.
want to be.
I mean, druids are actually pretty scary.
Yeah, so depending on how you describe their spells, you can describe them as being like, oh, nice, aha, if fairies come around and help me. Or it can be, I'm literally a snake that's sinking my fangs into this man,
Yeah.
and they're robotic needles with poison in them.
Yeah.
In my head, druids are always one of the ones that are more susceptible to sort of be horror compared to like paladins or.
Yeah.
Yeah,
rogues
that's
and
true.
such like
That is true. Right, well, yeah, that's what I do.
Nice.
Dude,
Uh,
growing plants.
Yeah, he screams out in pain because it's painful
You would, wouldn't you?
Yeah,
and also
actually,
terrifying.
Yeah, correct.
And in an attack 3 sleeping people, they said the room's on fire and I'm being eaten by a robot man with needle teeth.
Yeah.
I think that's all I can.
Yes. Yeah. Anthony.
Jeez. Well, I don't think there's much I could do in this situation.
Oh, of course.
I think there is.
No,
Yeah,
I
definitely.
don't think so.
Whatever.
I can sit and watch.
I mean, you can go and help Tan who's in trouble,
That is true.
or
You
like
don't
help
even
these
have to- you don't
guys
even-
fight the thing.
Yeah.
I mean, I was going to go and say hi to Tan because
Yeah, like, I can deal with this guy.
Sure, I'll go help Tan with my stick then.
Okay.
already
everyone- if
assuming
everyone-
that you could, but now your mouth is unhinged and your teeth are needles, and you definitely can.
I can, yeah, I mean, I also have, like, the other spell I was going to do, but there were other people in the room, so...
Yeah.
Yeah.
So if you've been up.
Right, yeah, gonna go.
So it might not even be a case of I want to go help Lady Tan, it's more my friend
I
has
don't want to
needles
look-
for teeth.
I
I'm
don't-
not sure I want to be in this room.
I don't want to look at this anymore.
So again, Chris.
Yeah, as I was saying again, I'm gonna get my. Well, I've got my stick because I've sort of took my pack with me.
Yep.
I'm gonna grab that and sort of run to help Lady Tan. Then
Okay.
can I get there in time to?
Yeah, you can. You can.
Yeah,
You
20
can
feet
reach
down the
her.
corridor.
And she is very preoccupied with attacking the one on the ground while being attacked. So if you did want to use magic, she probably wouldn't notice.
Nah, I'm just gonna. Well, I'll.
Or bonk it with a
okay.
stick. That that works as well.
I was gonna say bonk it with a stick, but I'll bonk it with a shillelagh stick, which I'm gonna need to read what exactly it does again.
Oh, shilala.
Shillelagh.
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 Shillatoma, tuma, friend.
Shillelagh. No, Shillelagh. Cast it on a. Yeah, it takes a bonus action. To
Yeah, yeah. It's pretty cool. I just can't remember at all what it does.
Right, so
Which is all 20.
normally I was going to say I was doing a two-handed hit, but if I was doing a one-handed hit, it would change the hit dice from a D6 to a D8.
Yep.
Use your strength modifier.
Mhm.
Oh no, sorry, use your spell casting ability instead of strength
Yes.
for attack and damage. And it also becomes magical,
Yep. Okay.
which means that actually. So to hit, I roll a D20, but I had 5.
Mhm.
So that's a 12.
So that's not a hit, but you do have advantage
Ah,
because these guys don't know you're coming, and
so that's a 12.
So unfortunately, you do hit him, but it's kind of as like Tan takes a swipe, and so he kind of moves out of the way, so you just don't hit him anywhere very effective.
Is it my turn?
It is now your turn. Yes.
I've got my backpack on my back.
You
I've
do?
seen needle teeth, and I'm fully sure of
Ruva's capabilities. Yep.
Ruva's capabilities. I definitely didn't change the tab to check his name. And so I'm going to go down the corridor and see what's going on down there, and possibly help Tan. And by
Mhm.
possibly, I mean actually.
Yeah.
And I'm
helping.
gonna stab the person she's wrestling with.
Yeah.
Do I get any sort of advantage on
You
that?
have
or-
advantage. Yeah.
Well, it's completely irrelevant. Well, I get 16.
That's enough to hit.
Cool. And that means it's 1d8 plus 7. This is kind of weird. 9.
9 again. Okay.
With the one that I sort of brutalized earlier. Is
Yeah.
that the word? Yeah.
Yeah.
I don't know if that's the word, but I'm going to pretend it is.
Yeah. I don't know either, but yeah. Okay, so this guy, the guy on the ground is again going to try and escape. See if you can make me another strength roll, please, Tan.
Aye. Whoa!
They take this much typing to roll.
Yeah, I type every roll.
He types every roll. So unfortunately, he manages to break free. He can't attack though because he's spent on that, but he's gonna use his bonus action to disengage and leg it. His friend takes a swing at Anthony, which is a 14, which I think hits. Right,
He's
Chris?
not wearing armor, I think it does.
14 hits, yeah.
Okay. for 8 points of damage.
Oi.
Yeah, kind of does a kind of an arc with his dagger as he turns and runs as well. And then with his other hand, just throws down a smoke pellet and clouds the place. You can no longer see him.
Yay.
Meanwhile, the guy in the room, are your teeth still in him?
I don't. I guess, but when we can't really count this as a grapple.
It's not a grapple. It's just like
Well, actually, no. They're supposed to. No, they turn back to normal after the spell ends. So no, they're not in him anymore. I guess.
okay. So that stops.
Yeah.
So he's gonna make his 2 dagger attacks again. What's your AC again?
I think it was 17.
So again, like one of these is a bit closer, but they still just do not get
Yeah,
close to.
These guys
Damage
weren't
you.
expecting this, were they?
No, these guys are expecting, dagger great against squishy
Sleeping
human.
yeah,
Not
So
so
they were
great.
expecting 3 sleeping people.
It's like the ring rates in Bree. Stab.
yeah.
No, it's not them. Except they are there. They're just in plate armor. So yeah, this guy's gonna take his bonus action disengage. He just legs it back out the window.
Oh.
We're not on a
Yes. Do I
low
take
floor
an
for his
opportunity?
sake.
Am I allowed to take an opportunity to attack, or does he disengage?
He disengaged.
Ugh.
The frustration of the
Does he
boys.
just straight up? Does he just straight up jump out the window?
straight up jumps out the window.
Then? Okay. Cool.
Turning around, you notice the water is almost all gone and the fire is starting to come back a bit.
I see. Well,
You are now out of combat though.
so it's my. So Tom still is struggling with the boys.
No,
No, they broke free.
they broke
No.
free and have
He's
fled
running away.
and smoke
Alright.
pelleted.
You know what? I'm not gonna let these boys get away.
Okay.
Oh god, is it an action to cast Spider Climb?
I think it might not be for you.
I don't know. I don't think it becomes a bonus action to cast spell. It'd be sad. No, it is an action, so I can't sprint if I do that. But I guess he couldn't as well because he attacked me.
Yeah, he could.
That's true. Okay. Bam. Spider Climb. I run out the window after him
Yeah.
and run down.
I
the
guess
side
you're
of
not going to deal with the fire.
Well,
Look,
we
I
just
was-
Magic
but the
fire,
water-
it's
the
a
water-
bit hard
the,
to
wa- the water's
properly deal
gone,
with.
so
Well,
So
Uh,
again,
I'm getting out the building.
yeah. So again, I can't imagine the others up happy don't see us. Is like you, all fours just like crawl across the
Yeah.
out the
Every
window.
single
Just,
ability this guy has
I am
some kind of weird body horror.
Yeah, I didn't expect this to, like, I expected this to be like slightly horror, like slightly like cyberpunk type, like, oh, I have little bits that come out of my arms that shoot things, but then I only chose spells that turn horror really quickly.
as an aside, you should make it so that the stuff in, like, the thing in your stomach is actually the shape of, like, organs and such.
Oh, it's like clockwork shaped organs. Yeah. Oh, that's
Yeah,
that
it's
is.
Filling, and there's vials going, and they're pumping and such.
Yeah, no.
Because that would also be pretty.
yeah. So you kind of you
You
spider
showed
climb
that to
your
me
way out
randomly.
the-
I think Harold's scarred.
Yeah.
Yeah.
Yeah. So you spider climb out the window after him, and yeah. So you can't catch him, but you can keep up with him this round.
Okay.
He's just kind of he's dropped to the floor and he's just started to head off down the.
Oh, does he look like he took any damage on the fall?
Let's find out, shall we? No, he doesn't. Looks like he pulled it off pretty well. He knows what he's doing. So yeah, the others, if we just quickly pop over to what everyone else is doing, are you guys going to try and chase them through the smoke, or?
I'm not.
We know
No.
who did it.
Yeah, you
We
do.
roughly know why they did it. There's not
Yeah.
much we could learn from interrogation other than who specifically did it, but we plan on leaving the city tomorrow.
True.
Yeah.
So,
That's true.
like, although
Are you going to attempt to
interrogation
stop the
would be
burning, though?
useless. I was thinking War Harold's now going to, like, knock on the other doors
Oh, I guess
and
that's
make
fair.
sure people are making their way out.
Okay.
The proper authorities are like, I was gonna, like, go down the corridor to the exit
Fair.
as I go, and then sort of, once I reach that, go down to the lobby, and then alert the people down there that, like,
Mhm.
there's slightly a fire, and there may or may not be murderers in the building.
Yeah, no, that's fair.
In
Yeah.
all the adventurers, I mean, like, assassin murderers.
Mhm.
Is there
Um,
smoke on the
The
roof?
actual assassins.
There's
I don't
not
mean the
because there's not that
Assassin's
much
Guild
fire
down the
yet,
road.
luckily.
Right.
So,
Go back. Try and stop the fire.
So maybe
I
one of
guess-
them's a mage with water abilities, I guess, in one of the other rooms.
yeah,
Yeah,
that's,
that's also true.
exactly what happens. We'll just because I'm just way over time, we'll have to spit out quickly.
Yeah.
The first one I'd go and it's actually like, oh yes, I'm a water mage and part-time firefighter.
Yes, so not exactly, but there is a wizard in one of them who knows a bit more about specifically getting rid of magical fire and manages to deal with it without too much damage being done to the room.
Okay.
A couple of the town guard, which is literally next door, has been alerted, and a couple of rangers and other rogues that are in the Adventurers Guild have also headed out to try and see if they can nab the people before they get too far away. Meanwhile, you guys are not entirely sure where Ruva's gone, but you assume it was after the other guy.
Yeah.
So, how long are you going to chase this guy for, Ruva?
Well, I think I'll do like a spell, and then if that doesn't get him, I'll cease.
Okay, what spell are you going to cast?
I'm gonna fire an ice thingy, an ice knife at him.
Okay, go for it.
Right. Okay, just make. Oh,
Well, that's a hit.
alright, I'm gonna need him to make a dex save.
Okay.
Right, so he takes 10 damage, but dependent on the dex save, he may take more damage.
He definitely makes the dex save.
Fine, okay. Only half damage. Oh no, it's not even half. No, he just misses with the cold damage. Okay. Fair enough.
Does it miss?
No, yeah, the cold damage misses.
So does he still take 10 damage?
Yeah, he still takes the 10, but he would have taken 3d6 cold damage if
Ooh,
he'd
I
failed
see.
the throw.
Got it. But the knife part hits.
Yeah.
Okay. So yeah, this catches him. I mean, it probably slows him momentarily, but he doesn't really look like he's stopping.
Damn it.
I mean, I wouldn't. If
Yeah.
If that was coming after me, yeah.
Needle
no,
teeth
yeah.
spider things coming after you.
if
Yeah.
Needle-Teeth Spider-Man, if Needle-Teeth Spider-Robot was chasing after me, throwing knives at me, I wouldn't stop no matter how hurt
Seemingly invincible needle teeth Spider-Man.
I was. No. I was told I would have to, like, attack a sleeping person.
Stab some people, they said. 2-minute job, they said. In and out, they said.
Why is there a demon chasing me? Metal demon.
Yeah, you head back. You probably give the others fire the knife
Did you
and you climb
spider
through the
climb
window.
back up the room through the
I
window?
guess I do. I guess I would do, yeah.
Yeah. I imagine it's just as Howard's kind of put his bag back down. It's like, oh my god. Yeah.
No, maybe the firemen's get a scare.
Or-
like,
or yeah, all
whoever
that.
boy found to do that.
Yeah, but
Hey,
either way,
hello.
panic over.
Take over.
The
Well, I'm
enemies
not
have
sure we
been
should stay.
rid.
Over-ish. I mean, it's still a fucking fire.
The fire's gone.
The fire was put out.
Pay attention.
Helpful
It
water
was,
mage.
but there was like this whole bit, like, it's just
Yeah, I imagine the room's not quite in the same condition.
The room is a bit black.
Oh,
some
there's
of your
nothing wrong with that,
stuff
is there,
is
Ollie?
definitely going to smell like smoke for the next couple of months.
Oh boy.
It'll
But
just be
compared
like
to
a
the last
barbecue.
time we dealt with fire, this was much better.
It's true.
I didn't get hurt last time we dealt with fire.
Okay,
My
that's
arm
Last time we dealt with fire, you weren't sleeping.
your arm was a bit hot.
Yeah, I might wait on getting in that.
Mhm.
Do we get compensation from the guild? I feel like we're entitled.
What for? I mean, I guess that's true. We might do.
So yeah,
We were informed it would be predominantly safe in here. Can we sue?
no,
I think it's best we just go. Or sort of get. What time is it at this point?
it's like 3 in the morning.
Is it still? It's still possible to get 8 hours if we stay a bit late.
Stay
I
till
don't know. I
11.
might do I might do a short rest.
We
I
at least
can- I
ask
can-
for a different room.
Yeah, no, I was about to say, sadly not Marie, but Scary Elf Lady.
Oh, scary elf lady's not that bad.
Well, she's not actually that
Scary
scary,
lady
but
is scary.
You think she's pretty scary?
appears at the end of the corridor using some wind spell to clear the smoke out of the way. She's got a staff of like pure white wood, and she comes up to you and says, "I assume it was your room that has been attacked."
That's time for a smile and a sort of a scratch at the back of your head and you go, yeah, kind of.
I'm so sorry that this happened to you. We've no idea how they managed to get in.
I think the window.
Well, yes, the one that came in through the window is a bit more understandable, but we also have people on duty, and there are still a couple of people.
Harold wasn't so scared. He would probably pipe up to say the door, but
But he's scared of the lady.
alas, he is intimidated and does not want to offend the scary lady.
She kind of gives you a look as if she knows what you're thinking. And she's like, it is less of how they got in and how they got all the way to your room without anyone noticing that troubles us. It seems that there's someone who has a great deal of magical power and influence here.
Ah, well, I believe that's all the more reason that we should be vacating this fine establishment.
Well, I believe you were tomorrow anyway, were you not?
Yeah.
Yes.
I'm
As of
super-
3 hours ago, we were leaving today.
Part of me suggests that it would be kind of a good idea to just head out now. However, given some of your current state, I imagine you may want to rest up a bit more first.
Yeah, I may want to stop the bleeding first.
I'm super injured.
Are you just leaving a puddle of blood on the floor next to your leg?
Yeah. Well, it's not just my leg. I got stabbed by someone else,
Oh, did you? Oh,
You got stabbed a couple of times, burnt a bit.
and I'm a bit burned as well.
just a
You
flesh wound.
Tan's fur probably could do with a wash at this point.
I mean, I've been stabbed in the leg and the shoulder twice, so like, yeah.
She says, well, of course I can get you another room, as your old one's a bit blackened.
Preferably on a higher floor.
I severely doubt that they will
Bars
come
in the
again,
window.
but of course. She
Let's not
shows you,
take any chances.
she shows you to another room that's in like the middle, just the outside windows, so it's a bit claustrophobic, but it's definitely safer.
It's like Harold likes claustrophobic.
I mean, this is true, so
Happier with this one.
just please take as long as you need in here. In the morning when you leave, just let us know, but take as long as you want. We'll let you know if we catch any of them.
Well, how about you guys sleep and I'll keep serious eyes out on watch, just in
I think you
case.
should really deal with your
I mean,
wounds.
I'm also on watch as well, I guess.
Have
I
two
mean-
people on watch.
It
Is
feels
there a,
so-
That's fair. Is there a window in the bathroom, did you say?
Not in this one. This is completely windowless.
Is Harold just gonna let anyone else do their business in the bathroom and then
I'm
gonna
gonna go to the toilet quickly and
quick rest?
cast. What should I cast? Whilst I'm in the bathroom.
Corrupting Earth.
Vanish me pooping.
No, I think
No,
I'll
no.
do it.
Two good suggestions. As far
Are
as
you
I'm
guys
concerned.
taking half a short rest or long rest?
Actually, I think I'd probably be able to heal up on a short
Uh,
rest.
I will
Yeah.
remind you that a long rest does not mean you get all your health back. It just means you rolled all your hit dice.
Ah,
Yeah, short rest plays for me.
I didn't.
Don't mind. I didn't,
You didn't
do
take any
anything.
damage, so
I didn't take any damage,
No,
nor did I use any long rest, short rest, recovery spells.
I get stuff. I can recover spells, some spells on a short rest, so I'm alright for
Okay,
now.
I can. I
haven't
can lay
used
on
any
hands on
spells.
myself
yeah,
and then go for a short rest.
cool.
So short rest, you roll however many hit dice you want to, right?
So for a
And-
short rest, you choose how many of the hit dice you want to roll
Yeah.
and roll them, but they will run out. And then if you have multiple short rests, you may have them with no hit dice.
Yeah.
Normal long rest is you get all your hit points back, but slightly more realistic long rest is you just roll all the hit dice.
I'm just
Right.
going to use all of my lay on hands on myself, if that's okay.
That's fine. How many hit points did you end up on?
15.
Oh, okay, that's all.
Oh, I got down to 10.
But
I
yeah,
actually got pretty
so
more there then.
Yeah.
I mean, he's also just not got a lot of health, but so yeah, you
Need
guys
to belittle him.
you quickly get ready for having another quick rest before heading out early to try and beat any of the potential attackers that may arrive. Though you'll
Yeah.
fall asleep slightly less uneasy, knowing that the world enders are definitely out there, and they are definitely still coming.
No.
You already
That-
know that they were definitely out there, but yeah.
Well, you all know that now, because Ruva didn't.
Did we spotted them when we were on our walk?
Well, yeah, but you could have been wrong. And
I
anyway,
think Ruva would trust me more than that, but yeah.
that's not the point. We will end that session there.
That's fair, that's fair.
Cool. Very, very good job, guys. That was really interesting.
Yeah.
Lots of RP stuff, and it was good.
I hope I did alright.
You did good. Like, I feel like we can always do more RP in combat scenarios. I feel like as soon as we get into combat, we completely forget about it. Which is me as
Sorry,
just as much.
which way around was that? Sorry, did you say?
As soon as we start combat, we like completely forget RP is a thing.
No,
But,
I
like I said,
would-
I do that
would
as
agree.
much, so that's fair. But
Tried
the
to
recording's
do
still
it.
going.
yeah, we're
a
still
bit
going.
more,
But you know, definitely good.
times.
Lots of cool stuff. And yeah, Aaron's a horror thing now,
Yeah,
so that's
I
cool.
didn't necessarily expect that to happen. Sure.
No, but it's cool, so yeah, I don't really care. But we'll end this here because it's getting pretty late. Thank you for watching, anyone who has watched, and we will see you next time for episode 3. Goodbye.
indeed.
Goodbye.